But if I fight, we they need one piece. Yeah, income boom, hey. Easy with it be we to protect the nation. For the God and anyone I save it. Oh yeah.
About the peace, hey, about our summer day, Herjan, about the PP, hey, I want to know. Now, summer day, walk, hey, from a wabo, what has some chorn once, say, many bay use on Kevin Yoshua, which as if you won't pay for a month who are when you be a cocoto, a lady be okay, palace, a lady more care, ballet, a lepizuko care, ballet. I'm out with you him. It's all about a peace. Hey, Baloba.
In a doom, stores here to doom, police say you foom, area say soon, Tupa ye papa, depending on high, Mwashakuma Muma, Memina Danima, Papa, would don't know what it is, Musimu Jania too, Sema Gem, Uredo BBC.
It's no more.
Papa picture free me, Dayum Nametium, no war.
So that the peacemakers, for they shall be called the sons and daughters of God. Hey, we pray for love, we pray for peace, we pray for unity always. To make our nation better. Oh, to make our nation better. Bring peace to our land. Nation better. Peace to our land. Nation better. You know we're gonna do it again, right?
But the bone bedding. Yeah, my dream, watch it. Oh, my Ghana. Any man, a cheat. Yanko. Mechanic boom. Yamam Yakoma, I mean, cano boom. The young man, they shoot me and I do this room. But many choice, men paddy a costume room. First of all, no win come on, Mebuno. The youth, cause baby, I don't know. Yamaya demand a while and can't get to a becuno. You need to bet me and they are done your cuckoo flu. Ye the kind, I buy no bomb hobine. Or dream of one I saw the case dime. University, our plan, would the degree need to find. I come on Yakopra, and I said, touchy mine. It will be funny hypocrisy there. Yampa someone not your shop cannot pray. Yama men food won't you, now you play. A jack Sukura, Yansa didn't know why you play. You're paying for a Yamon cannot play. Into who send your Ghana for a play. Oh, you couldn't come has a store yesterday. Many trust we see to say a jet. Or Mukuye, so would be one hour slow. Into young to a banamumbo and football. Bekuyaki, a year, Mamumbria crew. So one boy after a man could say the do. Yo, Kobene, me, Nabi Jimmy, when you trust and Koye, will be a decent mummy. Kanya to me, business may frustration, I bet than in Pakumi. I dream Bonishita, as I'm Gassipa, Obiampa so no moon in the Sikadina. Yet she would see man, little Bochobotina, Tokosona, Yanko, social Munina, near Bapoli, didn't you obey to my day? Okay, yes, hey, to the Pontawa drain, or mine a young to man cat, Yamana saying. Lost in Yejuman, he will be used to Jane, as unto for the trauma Kufuado, not for force of Mahama, or Yanamiraho, or Twama de Promuni, and your Babuano, Miliano Messi and Yanso, Mr. Honorable, or Mine Sikaku Gubi Fako, the young for second age upon the Kubako, and Pepati, send me a young fan Yaman from the castle, Lona Yaji, and I am not Manasso, again, then Bonenqua, yet he didn't free, baby enough here, don't go once in the Wokaya say here, economy must say 6 feet at the Katia. Ahomachia, do something will be one room. I say, Mumufia generator, Jimmy, Yate, Modern Matu to find that foot in traffic. You wouldn't papa Siaka, they didn't need it. About one about the Modern Mumra Meshayabo, Ghana for Nana, the blame yet and run is so the cop, or be the year Juma from 8 to 6. But some men and I keep your chicken change. Politician, what's the parliament? When you say, or know what to meet or die in Santo Range. Abroad, the say and paying for the 2 kind. Inti mubra brochi amu who say fine. Musha photo kante muhunya munyai. Munam no the kind of swa. Intianya mutai. Esamwa. Pesamen kuminyante wa minus on your last. You shot the water, shot the electricity, shot the gas. Rana bebu man, yan come out of the cash. Oh, one has a send the car. Media phone is relax. Corruption, ya can't. So yeah. Our light and so. What does it be check? What to be that? As a mission, I'm not TV pet. I'm a push at the cost. Cause they be a catastrophe check. Yama in the hole, and never fuck us yet. In some fee and no buy into me last year. The consumption of equity is leading to a end. And then you hear me for something for fan change or monk for my young cambum. On
Sky Channel 0185. Your favourite station is also available on Eurobit and Astra TV across Europe. Find us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram at GN Radio UK.
Oh my Ghana. Nyame mam yakoma na menka no boom na yansoma be shoot me na Judas room but many choice me pede ekoso wo krom. First of all no we nkoma mebunu the youth cause baby aye do no yama ya dwumanda wa nkranke to ebeku no yeni so betre yen na ya dan yakoko funu ye di kan aban no bon ho ban.
GN Radio UK, catch us on Sky, DAB, or live stream.
Let's go now. Let's go.
My dear, a special dedication to my dear sister.
Oh, so cool. I like
anyone, and that's why we also you one. Good evening.
Every night and day, everywhere I go, you be the tattoo for my skin, for my body and soul, you be you control. Tell me the reason for leaving, if you know be you, hey girl, I go follow. Yeah, if you know be you, girl. If you treat me like your brother, I go to treat you like my sister. Respect me like your father, and I go to love you like my mother. Treat me like your brother, and I go to treat you like my sister. Respect me like your father, and I go to love you like my mother. Hey, other even know say you are my number one.
you are number one.
For the no say you are my number one. If I don't say you are my number one. For the no say you are my number one. Baby, okay. If I don't say you are my number one. For the no say you are my number one. House number 10. Last week. Here I saw there. And then you did Tracy. One from Chowan, I say. The man, why? Never. Sugar. Never. Sugar.
Well, that was a special dedication to my dear sister, Sister Yavero. A massive good evening to each and everyone listening to us from wherever. Good evening, good morning, good night, and good afternoon, bruh. Ade. Me did kwaku o body to manage my abuja for about 8:22. Darling J at the event is there, yeah. Drive time, remember, see 7 o'clock. I bet some see 8 o'clock. He the confirm 11, and then me pen on obey ma. Na Ernesto abba studio. Young quarting I say emergency executive meeting. We are here for MPP for what is there? By Ernesto I know. And no, and someone, Ebekano, me, Yadimatem, is a mimi do what I want. But you know what? I'll be very discreet and I'll be very responsible because me the Majimi dear with the Babina Bayana. Tell me how you say, who did you be anymore? You wouldn't know who is listening to you, but a lot of people are listening to us. Now I thank my panelists. Me that I ever say, who been also a chow of a K, John Kroma, me co-worker Kofi, as Kofi Ampon San on John Kroma, panelists fans and Nesto. We over them go. Joe don't know your friends or independent. Hey, what did you do? I show. Oh, so beside me, say, I will to us. You see how Pamico already. You Pamon Bible just a minute. Okay, what send me by show. Yeah, could be a co worker. Who to come before on a show. And I would about colors now and these MPP. Wait. Design way. My ma'am Jenny say, who could MPP colors? Oh, I know to send me to your independent. It's up to you. But and then maybe better as independent. That be the uncle. Send no dear friend. I be when you must have none. Come on, come on. Oh, just make a I'm a can. I know the army of a boom studio. The Maya Meno, yeah, what do you? I do for my pass at chop. I can see we buy too much tomorrow. Just say I am very sad now. We will take it as the job, or the. You know, a course no, last Monday, say whatever will be. I personally hold my hands up, and I take full responsibility. Say, if anything, the way anka ma, and I say ma, why drink free? A year extra time politics so any a year radio no. Forgive us. Na me show boss say a be intimate as long as say when I remember my breath, na me be transfer my day so every Monday and Thursday na mama kan bio beba so na ansa na men kan cha tiefo na nka tiefo nya say you streaming live ewo GN radio official Facebook page and you be here live whatever we doing on edited after so yes ewo tuning so ewo Facebook no you have to subscribe to us or subscribe to us anytime bia na program bia no you'll be notified after so no Europe abanya Astra TV and Eurobed so abisa for mygnradiouk.com your website no also call abanya modern Ghana diaspora stations no obanya ewo ho yene mo akọ pe non do back obre 11 o'clock so about 8:26 and let's to studio let's to good evening.
Good evening.
In fact, let me apologize to you, sir. It was your birthday last Monday.
The last 26.
Happy belated birthday. I should have because before no man koso, but forgive me. The man belated birthday. Party no ya from me. Corona.
Say me brother penny no di be dia.
Social distancing.
Me brother penny no di na we na ka say kwaku na your be 7 so di kwaku.
Entia.
What you say? 17 I can't boom me. Time to go work.
You go.
We are up light to India. Me abon to meje. What you say? Birthday.
There's a party. We party.
KOBA.
Someone say. Someone mama say that. I was out for. And that's what I'm saying. Kano Ojemuma MPP. Amayoko. Aya communication. Member and also Reading East London chapter youth organizer. Another communication member Kwan Sabatu Weba from NDC and a year loss and also Ebeba and also a communication member a war a year UK Ireland a year friend say yes, okay. Well, communication member Emma NDC UK and Ireland lost Evans Agani Obeba Abejoini of a K committee we pay Obeba
Obeba studio now.
Obeba studio
of a came a chow will be a
Onsebu over hijacking program, but that's some more trouble. I was out for and some Abeja. Now, and Yama Abedu Ajama Sono. The Dina Abe Guanim, name a cow say Yakotoba. 7th December, Yakotoba. Now, about 20 moons and semi banner dorsal. And me questions and me busa bako pe be nu pe me nsa pe ne say nyame animu ni yadika anase ne ka eniema ben na yedigu akwan mu a no kire say ye ko epic at what point what is the criteria and I said what do we do at what point do a country is classified as a HIPIC nation? One question. In fact, if we are heading towards there, what are the needs of borrowing? Now no make I say mo be kurimi, but I will stand by and I can defend it. I will always be critical to the ruling government. That's for sure. Because the simple fact is, because Sabana no this no man who modinti, and I too no, and if I say yempel, and you call nothing from ra, and you know, I don't want to hear. They did that, and we've done that. They did this. What I want to hear is the previous government saying, say, Moya way, Moya adi. but we can go extra mile. And then maybe me say Makumako power because people don't hear me well.
Okay.
People don't really understand my point, where I stand. I stand as a Ghanaian, and if you're good, I will not be waiver semi-supporter. I don't care. Because as much as the country is progressing, hallelujah. As much as the country is going forward, hallelujah. And then say pure what I said to me, I just said, many say if time will permit us, say, you bet me I can't then every part. Unfortunately, they be in December, yet me can't none of it anyway, because a dose one may be moon so yet a young pen. But the time catch him say, and then MPP NDC, I want to categorically explain or explicitly say to you guys, say, you owe us explanations. You owe us explanations. You owe Ghana explanations. This week, I've been so much upset the way and the manner the people that has been put themselves forward say, nobody chose you. I'm sorry, and I must say it. Obia, you know, Mwaka na mnemo kodo mayoko. Ena amayoko no say omo upper hand nti no mayimo. Se mo mekasa ma omo. Ma ye mamutifo no. Ye hunu say the ekosuni. But se mo be gina ho na se mo kasa kire. Na se ko ba say obese mo kire yen say ye ti o manimu no ye to aba no. Ye nye papa. Ye nimu nyansa. Ye nimu hwe dia. And then sorry, because we owe you guys no responsibility other than say be responsible citizens, abide by the laws. Niya buama mrana so iden eye adwuma. Ba se mo pese mo tren say de nano kwaku bimpe of a cake. Any also a child by us Johanna. I did not like it. Man pet, man can't be boy. It made me look like say I'm not in control. It's not being in control. Don't get me wrong. But I was so baffled, and I was expecting my panelists, responsible political party members, say you must make us say on minor. Some bekasa as someone better assume. Then we will make our own judgments. Obi born in some go so. Obi bakasa anhwe obi anim. Obi dia bufo bakasa kire obi. That is not what we want. Because some of us na ye to abanama mu ye. By I can assure you say sabre. And crofo edis ka positions bottom no edoso pa. I'm entreating all voters, all electorates. Se mamu ma obiara mfani kapene simple manadam. Because we have to make sure say you are now or yeshom they are doing it. Me mo obiadi, but na me share radio program for some reason I don't necessarily focus my attention on that station. But what I saw at the early part of this week, was on a series. It was unprofessional, and it wasn't. The person wasn't right to be put before people. Say, "Omeka party." Now, while we say we are nipa no etiko, no, cause one who see a kind. My main cousin Michamo. Abra president go for Fiabamu 2008.
2000.
Na mo Ghana. Sabe na can 2008 or ever.
Yeah.
Na mo Ghana. Na me TV ho. And I must tell you, I must confess that was the first day I met Kenya Ponga.
Okay.
That was the first day I met the voice. But I fell in love with the man's attitude till today. Regardless, say, who did the judges at him?
Yeah, but hey, he has his flaws.
Of course, we never. And the thing is, and that's true. A brap 4 years, we can say he was a successful government, the president.
Yeah. Go for a.
Yeah. Yes. Now the KOBA say, MPP took advantage. Say, oh, yeah, we know.
Yeah.
He was the only person on TV show cautioning MP. MPP should be careful. I don't like the way they're talking. A person of Japan caliber say he say on person the MPP for Kasadia. Na mon kasa ye. And na this na tian atame so here e fa ho na go for the call position. Oh, and what I'm saying the way and the manner ni per kasa so person ube change by odi so a fa kasa. What I say?
Yeah.
Public, you know. Check for say you are responsible. Now who know who a pet amayabu. Now obia finance se we do atemwa. Yes. The bana nye ni. Now what ho? Now what do on the bush of phone.
KOBA radio na
Ghana. Ghana. Me more panedi. Me see me money panedi. But it was not right.
Politician.
Okay. Or your top leader of the party also.
Okay.
The kasa tantan. Such as the bus and Emma party no TV no. It was getting because of the program though.
Yeah.
But they had to,
they cut it. Okay.
And that was unacceptable. You hear some back as saying you. I said my dream is to home send us to need papa next and next say won't even do a man say what kasa chenya. And so kasa kwati from me.
No. Yeah.
You understand? Therefore, it's also worth saying, say, also, child, apacho. And I must tell us, you was a more fun chain. Kwaku being person, so the official apacho. Both leaders in Nabu who said the happens on Uncle Ye. The feedback I missed me, it was negative.
KOBA say,
I make us a way.
Such a man.
Ejimi Sremo, ye hear mo say, mo baha. Because I change. Apology accepted. And I'm saying my phone now say, ye fan chairman so. Sentence said, ya could do there. We need people to lead the country in a way I will say we are responsible and approachable. And my answer come out that I mean talk about now. Say me call left, me call right. And then this is I was for me the money city. Now I was okay.
Then I make kasa in there. Yeah, said you can both sides ni na no individuals and I say both parties and parties involved will be a part show. T said you ever can TFO should just let it be now. Next time no hopefully there will be such repetition and I say it will be samba. But KOBA say ya na tension e basa na asa come no. Nti ya na no na sometimes say they enye easy because enye say me two studio na only media we dey come wa bon tia be kasa aboy onim kasa ba ba ne ba e fa colors ne sha na chese we di agra asema ba nti ya tie from van chain nyina ye fa nti nyina idifo na e movie on na program ne dey we be nyina no Ghana hu don tia because baby KOBA me no me ni feel to ya ba be pie ha na nwumre 1 hour sem enti yakoya nim kakra nti KOBA obende mechia se na meka chwa na me be se mechia me ofake a obebu mi ofake mechia yesi mo ye meeting kese pa nti mechia o me no machia executives MPP the crocodiles the only party in Ghana o amakari nyina o mo ye football team ne cricket for na development in freedom na ni abrese e be ye adwuma na ye Ghana esu ti o maka no de obende omusua said the former president be eba ya sisi ano so aye lecturer so aye yo magician o said you sisi ade promise free KOBA say nyankom kaka kreti me mbonu bebre ze de agrona fina empanifo ka ye say agroi ye say de ba ofie nti na chese o say to e bo ase na chese ye hwe yi na nti kakra na Ghana ibesiye na me ya adoma December 7th ne de ubi anim de asidada na ube na akwese okoware no na wabo ahye mo ba enyim nti wo de onim say de ya okoware but to ware wi onim say asema no nti ye de said na okase kan honorable Kennedy Japan 2008 and I know one year saying people should be careful no there. I think say we are not being complacent. I believe say the work is being done because you share both parties now KOBA Ghana is here and now the two main parties now. Any other parties require me who are more activities be out on social media and it's quite appalling say this is the time our NDC a good here the third force and come back nanka omomba nanka enchiro mo yi kakra nso bi atiada nti ubende yani ye board mazo tie nyom kra call radio no so a chese 2020 ye to amanana a chese eno a ne kubu bi ebo omudie ya eba ye chese ubi akra ntehe nti yani ana chese 2020 die afa nana afa
Benepsi we come as someone and come as some last Monday but Benepsi said you'll be winning war
Greater Accra
no befa even saying some Franklin Kudu so it's looking more likely say NDC
NDC NDC National Doomsor Congress.
That's a Democratic Congress.
Democratic. Sorry. You said Doomsor. Say no near the Kayo. No better win it. Franklin Kujo. Imani. Oh, KOBA. Anyway, there's no problem. Say near Evan so Washem come. And come shall be say deep for your truthful woman, your woman, so I'm okay them.
Okay,
it's Waka. The battle is on the ground. I mean,
and the laws be on the ground.
And who will say that the laws no so one year the Lord no the Maukrana wunya bibia. The Lord no the Amaya that or the my 2016 and or the man a honor or catch and sell besa man up to us be. Tina Jumana was so the boots are on the ground. I hear board Jumaki. Can I be say activities are here in Ghana? Any other parties be a who or more. Immobilize the same people Ghana right now. The whole kind
of Ghana.
Any family show bag in KOBA and I see a corona in Tiama, which
I'll give you the report.
Over time, you have to you never know.
I never know for kids you could KOBA, I tell you for a young kind of quick grab. And then someone on the door, so pop, but I saw on the video say, I rather the headlines by Miss me panelists and lost. I mean, over from me, Joe and Chromans also over from me now. Me find check a sepa, mammy, Bedu, mammy, a very good evening to you. And say, hey, Mama Boat. Good evening to you, Mama Boat. Mama Boat, you say Mama Boat. Hey, see Papa now. Here, most channels also. Oh, share the program. Mama Boat, good evening to you. But share MPP near this before you now. But share MPP before. Any CPP for now. The KOBA say, and I'm afraid that there is some program. Is I say, now say, already only GN Krana or no, the former leader crowd, he was a former flag bearer. Let me say, Papa, Ghana. Even I say here, you know, me who PP for crowd will use because say Edison PP in Yaga. It's over brows, okay, in the time. Your man, a man, a man, better. A baby never calls so. Now, Miss say, oh, man, you know, funny day. And someone who gonna be say. According to the person say Ghana mibusa say Sabre a Canadian no ye and now said you see April 2004 no and the person say you could be one me try hip pick ni mu bi le be kwa na and no asem a and ye be edi hu enkomo and avens no and this for honorable Fosu Ampofu or say MDC for Papa Pet airports and a post in the two nano on the baby. Assembly and I'm saying Busak account. Say Nigerian and send the near cost about SARS or SARS. SARS. Oh, yeah, I say. Is it the replica? And they be who West Africa, North Africa, because you. I was not saying, no, what I make a 222 people call.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. But
you've know how the gun in their hands.
Yeah. Not the first time though.
And, thank you.
Yeah.
But Papa knows no expensive or seized. Say a battle because of vehicles. If care is not taken, there will be a disaster. And then they're also. Okay, Lord, so my main testing number being is here. Not fresh sound number, so unfortunately, I am in mobile phones. As I'm talking, please look out forward to friends saying WhatsApp message be mid number is here. Thank you. Or say there should or say if care is not taken out, there will be a problem in number 2 about so.
Yeah.
And to near year. After so another their cost on say them kakano ayaka Franklin could you also parliamentary I think
okay. Yeah.
Say and where ya NDC don't do we need parliamentary more seats
Or say NDC targeted parliamentary.
or see NDC likely to win to win more parliamentary seats, and that will be a very serious life. Say if MPP win whatever, or if it goes, but I want it to go on opposite sides. Seriously,
it won't benefit. It won't benefit.
It won't benefit. I say it will magana yajuma. Because you know, and assembly see war Ghana.
Yeah.
Greater Accra, NDC chairman, right?
Yeah.
I could report it. National Vice Chairman, NDC.
Yeah. No, to police.
Yeah. Say, well, a bank could be a tool.
Yeah.
So often threatening MPP for our northern region.
He has been suspended.
Your friend, Aquano, you're suspended. Okay. Uncle, actually excommunicating, right? But upon further deals no more than as I said indefinitely.
Yeah.
And now Jeremy Corbyn, a former Labour leader, he has served with a majority of followers. In fact, and yet we know when the election now, Uncle, we know what you're trying to blame. Let me say, Jeremy Corbyn is being suspended as well.
Yeah. No.
So what I said, for how long they been doing people so be a party member Bekasa. Now Bekasa with ne assassin the right to say this is not good. I have to say. A bit MPP or buy ya when I say suspending in ya. Not for the intervene and fend back. You understand?
Yeah.
I didn't say party no there independent me kana. You better has issue so. And you also. Set mo kind of former finance minister set Tekpe or say NDC first say will be declared HIPIC before Abekanta, but this is only first say we have to say this say we've not been declared HIPIC yet. It's to confirm by what Tekpe has said say we have not been declared HIPIC. The fact, I'll say that's the fact. But Mahama has a point. Has Mahama got a point? He will come to that. Therefore, and somebody Dawson. Me fa Chroma Crown some by. Remember me penny for 9 akasa se de be ya. Ye de en penny for no. I say the assembly kwa as ye call ye name no. Me de ye nya e wo Chroma so den e beba. Lons Minya uto ya wanu ya make water for no za aseme ka nya ka nya jama then I kind of first me fa who your party member
yeah
now can Simbi. It's in the interest of the nation now. Why should it be in the interest of the party? Because there is a clause and there's a constitutional clause in your political manifesto or political constitution say you don't put your party into disrepute or whatever. You have this MP and NDC, a BSU MPP. But when it happens, they simply and humbly accept it and move on. Why is that?
Also, KOBA, what I can say is more Jeremy Corbyn, who used to be a former Labour leader, has been suspended. Would you imagine, say, Ghana, MPP and NDC, say, yes, say, a former, and I say, one of our leaders, I can be suspended? It's not possible. Not now, but possible in the future. KOBA.
Why is that?
Beba, how do we compare a 28-year-old democracy to over 800-year-old democracy? Okay.
I hate
comparisons.
Comparisons.
We are making comparative analysis.
Why am I making that comparison? That's the key, and that's the question you have to ask. Tindio, men pese ye diga na beto to abrochire bia.
But we see a
thank you. Yes, when you are comparing now, you compare those that are in the same caliber, those of the same stature, the same status. But when you are learning now,
you don't compare yourself.
You don't compare, you learn.
But KOBA,
you can compare you as a boy to your master.
KOBA, let's take a set me about boy. Na Nana Dugo, and former President John Mahama. Now, my baby person, Nana Akufo-Addo, and I will John Mahama in the future. What does that mean? Say I cannot teach my kid to be like John Mahama.
You said the right in teaching him, learning. He is learning. But under no circumstance you will compare that boy learning Nana Akufo-Addo, my mama. So the difference
he has the potential.
He has the potential, but the difference is he's learning. A learner and boy cannot be.
That's why I want you to accept. Ghana is a learning democracy. 27 years to 800 years to.
This is what I mean. If at the Papa now
Papa now.
So one thing now say obi if a party no kakwa ko bibia. Apo your report to national chairman. According to nice and no correct. The 20 alliances or whatever. So if it is true or whatever the thing is that man deserve recognition, as I say, because he's been a proper patriotic.
I mean, we can look at that side, from that angle. I won't dispute that. What must I say? We have that challenge as a country. Say a lot of us, the party animals, it's very hard to sway away from the party line because here they are. You'll be told, say. KOBA, Jeremy Corbyn in his political career, he has always done opposite of what his party demanded. What do you Papa checking the voting in Parliament?
You don't have to tell me.
But
he is an activist.
He has been from day one. So
but yet he was voted into to leadership.
Obian stopping. He was in and he lost the position and now resign the position.
Or resign.
He resigned and the investigation now go on to during his time. What happened with the anti-Semite and
what's that make you unnecessary comment?
And I almost say okay, and you be suspended.
I remember that question, Marco. If I to find this to find people.
Matthias, may I like that?
So Nanado. I can't all die be died. I'll bring it up because that's what you want.
Yes.
I can't all die be died now. What did I have one night and I said of a cake? I could be impaired. How about it? What is it? Why are there? You mentioned the crap. Well, and now some people who can cry. Make us a view.
I can't cry. Some of the people
I can't try blambasting and so on. Can you know? Then I should have said that on the bar.
But KOBA, I don't say.
Answer the question.
As a party member, no. Of course, then you cannot go against the leader of your party.
And how can
I'm not saying you won't be a communication member. But this is what I'm saying. Say the root cause of your problem It comes with education and the experience in building a democracy. Because Trump, Nancy, an impeachment a year, one of the top party members against him.
Thank you.
Those are
the things I'm going to talk about.
Sometimes I look at Ghana politics and I wonder, hey, Parliament, one of these MPs, when would one of these MPs maybe vote against the party based on Wankasa belief? But we don't get that. Obiabe swing it the same way. From higher war, whip Etimika say Obia, we put Obia in line. Remember not 20 conservative. I must switch it. So we have that problem. We are still a learning course democracy.
So you said the right thing to
learn. Education. We need to go down to our root. Ground now. It comes down to education. KOBA. I'm going to have democracy. I better say. The middle class, is a lot of people in that middle class.
That's correct.
And those middle class, are more concerned about their welfare,
their economy, their jobs, and their lifestyle, their happiness.
Yes, and they want the government to be in that would provide for them. Make sure that
you don't want to sit there now.
This is why me labor, MPP, na conservative, support Labour. But I said,
why? Because policies
Labour, they say me papa and I'm Labour, so I'm bad with internet. So can be asked me support Labour, and they may deny that. But just based on ideology, just because and I'm Labour, so I'm bad with the conservative for your hand, come Tata and Kofi. KOBA, by a share ideology, they are both like conservative and MPP. Is the same. What must say? But even with MPP, you are switching in the Kakra, but it's still in the same line. But what we say is build your middle class and then broaden your horizon, like for your countrymen. No, be worried about the economy because KOBA, your economy, to be honest, any people bring now Ghana get that from no, they don't really care. They also go to news so no when you 5 cities do the cotton mutu be what you say. But Chrome middle class, so you're worried about your mortgage, you're worried about your job. What you're worried about is school or background, any all of that. And they determine in terms of policies for a country, the government, and then they determine say what party should you go for. Open conservatives, and now pay MPP, and now pay NDC. And I say me a party member, me a middle, but I can still go against what my party says. There's nothing wrong with that. But a sharing of ideas, that's the whole point of democracy. And that's what we need to understand. With our country, Ghana, and Africa as a whole, no. On said, I say, do Africans need democracy? So, be a question be like that.
Yeah, I
when we have problems in terms of that definition, because Professor PLO Lumumba, Kenya, a professor here on law. I mean, he talks so much about African defining our own democracy. And researchers now more PhD near, then maybe in the future we can all because we have a problem. Yeah.
African owned democracy, no.
Yeah.
How gonna get that?
And I make that one more can say a democracy defined by the Westerners to Africa. Can we also, because this is what Kwame Nkrumah was trying to do. But you know, only so you need to call a yikakra and I say ecofa issues by Yeah. But how do we define our own democracy? Is it the one-party state? Is it the multi-party? Is the multi-party helping us? And I say, yeah, for one party, and I said, maybe in the future African leaders now will get. So yeah, time if they are the Indian do be the Abia Ichema. Among Bebanu might determine almost the type of democracy now they want. But I know dear, speaking against your party, Nidia, Kobayana, and then send me breba. Yeah, I didn't send me ebe banti. Obende, we are still learning a path for democracy in Yuguso.
Well, no, so good evening. You don't want me no more, 'cause when you don't want me no more. You don't want me. Good evening. Hello. Good evening. Yo, good evening.
KOBA.
Yo, close one.
Yeah, KOBA Timinka.
But when a number early,
me number and there was 9180.
You feedback you are.
Me loans me.
Oh yeah. Na me body, my body am say.
Na me me
pa. Oh yeah.
Charlie where any day.
It has so and what shop mama am say first time. You know the sheni and me know and next to ne sabato na so na am say Joe Kro ba. And now
you oba me akra me akupo do kra na me nya na nka me because I'm so no more there. Oh, the oba dey mean so.
O level the original no patch.
No, I say the level no pe Kufado. O say Kufado o Jubilee House. On fast flight no ko.
Yeah, so. Yeah, mama yang.
That one more so mobile and I'm sure.
No, I'm just telling you sir, these are the people
mobile say ni NDC for.
These are the people Ebenezer loans. Uno mbebe adwuma tipajo yen keep this awara roma why.
That na nka.
Mema wajo, ho ye.
Me ba so mejo so pani.
What is my yanka? Adentina Ebenezer. Regional and chairman Akoko report o deputy
me patro my memoir dey me fiasem yeah constituency executive I also know
what's it
executive Anna Akoko report to allegedly what they are to able vice chairman so Alhaji side scenario me patro nyene na opesa wo kan no
who na also wo bua me
I say me fear them now who can see a regional chairman but a constituency chairman
ayi even say a constituency chairman no
I was so near more chairman our constituency ho but the only case ni tia na your deputy
national chairman right okay thank you me that's it national chairman me that's it national chairman na I was so chairman no report ni tia na wo police headquarters national event sir and now I say no hey then you are suspending no in the first instance let me say anka omo eyi fence yeah then me Kafra when say me nya feedback from me headphones me say me so that
no problem boss
so you know what let me check it off I'm say anka omo ye are suspended omo ye ready pamono kra ye excommunicating no then they went back to check constitution and they've given him indefinite suspension ebeko consider ben and na say obi beka say tia leadership ewo party mu and also obi be tia leadership ewo party mu na yes democracy na democracy almost so much say no say na American Jeremy Corbyn ano ye leader ma labor na ne comment on making anti-Semitism hono ya suspending no one kasa so what they say to what extent and I said to what level and I be do say person o man ye yonti no e betimi am masadi we ye adwuma I'm not comparing yesua but yesua so ya how do we learn
yeah the battle that's it for akonye ya with the amami mamefa ahuma isun fanchia as you dictated earlier no all the panelists are on bebuama ya to train again now ya Ghana obviously you know say some of us are on a rescue mission now let me just get this impression the patrol me need be say you democracy be every before the white man came to colonize us we had our basic institutions now and no and the need so I'm just talking about the chieftaincy constitution and no that is where we derive we have systems into place there are systems in place but back to the question I will say I think you are trying to suggest that we shouldn't go the whip system. Obviously, in politics, especially in this part of the world, or in this sort of setting, in terms of parliamentary systems of governance, a whip system. So, environment, the level of civility and the appreciation of common sense also should also advise you say different. Obviously, when you show what Boris Johnson I employ the Bushman former 63 so that actually kills that particular argument. But you see, as someone who be some the woman you say there's a lot I know I cannot put out because a party issue. The woman I say Tahiru Papaya or report to your friends and your vice chairman. One in the year, Juma, Tawantawa Kakana, about you'll be on war in the company or year, Juma, what funny Juma womb, and no more be encoye. Tahiru know for some time, intelligence within the party, Ama Omen who said, we're more. What you have here? That is the key part. Omen who said, because the beer Bruno. We are talking about political power here. Be for political power, but say one you're very careful, so you will deal with the wrong people. What you are saying? No.
But long say, and now, because party chairman, events and committee events honorable to China, and we are friends and the guy, or born home on my party, President now, Beko Jina. Hold on. The question we are, then you can answer us. President no betimia fa achire. I catch a police force say. Me vice chairman, me national vice chairman. Shenko will be tupa edi tuo. So among fa enko threaten MPP for our northern region. How?
Chief.
Me too.
May I abhor violence in all its forms.
Okay.
Right? I don't entertain violence. Political party na me don't know. We were born out of the anger of the masses, right? We had come about not just because nipa ba kwa na mi be na but we came about because at that point in our life as a country, people needed to be made part of the decision-making process, be it the political, the economic, the social, whatever that drives the desire of every reasonable human being to have a decent living. And then a day a political party by. So what share about 1979, 15th May abortive coup, June 4th successful one, coming back to 31st December 81. Sai Kremusha 2 years up particular period now. Numa is here. We try to cleanse the system from corruption as to how we think as a people. The desire say we will be. I want to know. And fan say we are we are wine. There was that sense of unity among the people. Say we needed to chart a new course or a new path. But Sawasha we had produced some of the finest gentlemen of our land, the late Prof. Mills. Make sense so as to how we are not violent. We elections and elections are your presidential candidates do not make comments to that effect. Compare because we are having a very mature conversation. Other than that, I would have compared what happened in 2015 when Afoko, Kwabena Japan, Samir Krab were actually driven out of the political party. These were leaders that they were elected by Congress. But in processes as to but I wouldn't want us to even do the comparisons because it wouldn't help. Yeah, whatever question I will be summing on, it behoves on me as an Akatamazonian, an activist of the finest political party in Ghana, to sell the message to you, let you understand, said these are the facts on the ground. Yes, Ankaye said. You must come out and condemn it, report it to the appropriate authorities for people to look at it and condemn it in its entirety. But this is not the case. And I make sure say, Tahiru, any side scenario issue, yes, me discuss it on the face level of on the face value of it. Your friend is saying, well, your NDC and allegedly. allegedly, and yet confirmed, this man has not been sent to a competent court. Are you proven guilty?
No, he's been called by the police for interrogation, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been interrogated.
Exactly. So a legit accusation. And well, he's not be accused.
No,
we are agreeing.
What you see where it still stands as an accusation.
That's correct.
He's not been proven. He's not been proven guilty. No, he's not been found guilty.
No.
In fact, what did American say?
Of course.
America said, so if I were you, I wouldn't stretch it to that level where I was stretching. There have been so many instances. From the other political side, we and Kenya, but we are going into an election, and therefore we all know the flashpoint. You see, Chief, when the Small Arms Commission said that there were over 2.2 million small arms unregistered, among 2.2, Ghana, 2016 year election, a whole lot happened. In some amount for plan amount for planning but the worst of it, the cry said this particular year now elections. The sort of importations arms amount for import to Ghana.
Is that what we want?
That is the question. So these are the issues that we should be talking about collectively as a people.
So let's start from where
we don't need. Let's name. Let's
start. Well, thank you, but let's start from where people has been bold enough. Forget about the party they belong to or the affiliation they belong to. That have been gone to the police to report say, "Obi akada you for be a woman with 2 weapons, right?" Akmako put police for friendly panel interrogating. It's not the first time. The chairman of Swampofu made some comments. Oh, the reason why
I'm sorry, I cannot let you.
Let me no. Because I'm driving at the point. Hold on, I'm driving at the point. You understand me?
But you
forget about the weapon in it.
You are dragging my.
Can you? I want you to let my listeners understand why NDC.
Go ahead.
Exactly. Let me ask my question. Forget about the weapon involved in it. It's incitement of the youth, right? The comments that I don't know, honorable was called to the police for interrogation. Now, the weapons from your own party has reported the police as a deputy chairman is also, furnishing youth with the weapons to terrorize other people from voting or from the election 7. Then again, why is it that everything? Is it because come what may, NDC must win? Also.
What is that question area? Sorry, because
is it because NDC must win at all costs?
I know that question I would be satisfied. No, shouldn't be the reason why we should go out there maiming people, creating chaos, and destroying what we've built collectively as a people.
Okay.
What I said, it is not because NDC must win at all costs.
Okay.
Right. But then, question. Let me come back to it. So, alleged.
That's correct. Yes.
Let's assume say correct. Let's assume say
okay.
Now the past. What violence so the political leaders that have come out. In fact, we want to say we share Prof Mills and John Mills are. We share Prof Mills and John Mahama. These are the finest men now. Being who they are when you are talking about so the event violence. Especially in an election. Let me tell you, in 2004 when we had issues with President Kufuor's second term, a beginning of relations going south between the founder and Prof Mills at the time. He wanted him to put people on the street. The man said, I was not going to do it. If it means, say, we will stay in the position for another 4 years for John Kufuor to continue whatever he was doing. He was ready. The same thing happened in 2008. After the first round, and when people had gone to him and to go and even talk to him, or say, means some funny pound court street. So at the time, he was not even aware, say, elections no credit for second round.
Okay.
Right? Or see there be, and we've seen John Mahama. So all that we are trying to say, I'm not going to do any equalization here to the extent that makes me a culture systematically. I can give you the historical antecedents of the two major political parties. I can start from the 1951, in fact 49, when they started elections in Ghana, CPP through the 51, 54, 56 elections. No may see what the then CPP strongholds for a one bar revolution time, the antagonization against certain group of people. I can do that, but what I'm saying is, fast forward, no, let's look at it and say, and nipa obey.
Okay.
Nipa let's name and shame
the person.
Yeah, NBC for we have a lot to lose when Ghana, gets into any turmoil. Do you know why?
Why is that?
Because we have built it.
Okay.
Because we built it. Ghana as Nkrumah is our baby. I respect the input of President Kufuor and the rest. But obviously, we should prepare one team in Romania. Or Kofa, some of the above the same. We are saying that for elections, we are winning these elections based on issues. We are winning these elections based on the conscience of the Ghanaian who have lost his job for no reason, just because he doesn't belong to one particular ethnic group. He has lost his job. We are winning this election based on the fact that parents who want to educate their kids do not just want the education, but they want the quality as well.
Okay.
See, we are winning this election based on the fact that hospitals are Ghana for
Mr. Basubio Lons.
These are the reasons why we win the election.
Sabato and Joe Nkrumah Awahumano. So Sabato, good evening.
Good evening, Koba.
And that's a good evening. Mr. Nesto. I said, Joe, good evening. Joe, good evening.
Yes, yeah, good evening.
Metro can't mean and I know there.
I'm not the mouse.
I'm not the Muslim. Mamma Kwaba, and I just my good I can. Mamma Sabato, and to us soon feel be an India stop with them. Did you remember Joe stuff? Ya call I am a fish. I am a fish.
Ya can't say, Koba, I am say, me penny aka, the Briafa home. Kakrebi na Mecca because we know. And far vote to be on the kind of vote.
Okay.
Now you move on other issues. Buying for my person chairman for Johnny. So now next to whom say already know they are in opposition. Yeah, make a say opinion some are mocking. Wouldn't say and there are some court Ghana web. Opinion some are mocking. Was say police withdraw criminal case against NDC vice chair.
No, but yeah, and no, na offense. You have to say, yeah, I feel the more constituency chairman no indefinite suspension.
Yeah,
why is that?
Some no first of all, no, and no because some no court to them. Police if I withdraw to their evidence and be said them. I a discharge man without any wrongdoing. And I hope we say, and they are here. Now the minister can make a crack and say, hey. Adano mekano we feeding so. Since he started in 1992 about 2 years. NDC ya 2 about 7. NDC ya lose 3. 3 elections na ya lose now. We have came out with acceptance speech. Koba in the record. MPP far acceptance speech in that upon all the defeat for the defeat of Menyana. Said the air better so free for no mude.
Quota. Oh, lose another Macaso Jatum.
And no acceptance. Massa, Koba, you give acceptance speech in a say, and Sana Eddie Crumpo now wako court. Now, dear Nana, now Hokaya, dear Mebo, I said Nana Dujina Honomokaya to say he disagreed with the Supreme Court judgment.
But he has accepted it.
Mebo, and no yet the position of the party. Except and I say they are to a leader, but they say, oh, my dear, but just just send it.
Massa.
KOBA, just send it.
KOBA, correct. And I don't. Dr. Ren came out
with the statement from Nigeria. Was it good? Jonathan, why?
Good luck, book, no, now,
Massa. And Mera one kasa this statement by like what John Dramani did.
KOBA,
the American say in our record, MPP in far any acceptance speech in Bayeda. The Awukasa Kufuado the by after the Supreme Court, because I was so be and not yet the main defeat statement the party need to come out. We the NDC, you should statement to cram pants and a easy. I declare Obi winner. And we did that on 2016. So we the NDC there, KOBA Makachino, my acquaint, your manifesto idea to and no man woman Saniaka. And Sana John Dramani Mahama legacy I walk home. Obu Bonnie legacy say, Ubosa Edina, no I can't John Dramani Mahama. Those are the legacies, and the ever power under the leadership of John Dramani Mahama. And no now may acquire the Becca once and Baba. But Yenny NDC there, we have come to know.
And the Americans have been brilliant to us. Yes,
we have come and learn and develop the democracy than the MPP for almost among the democracy. Say you put there at least, say you will be a many panaquine. Emma Neba Ebekana na no asem. Paula Foko. Any kobla judge po ebesi ende any kwame crappers kosi crap every system no say 5 years they are still under suspension. Look at this party you call yourself Democrat multi means so to asem nti enti no ye we never way mu but ye are focused on this election and others to nim enti na Ghana no ye man opportunity
na me kasa wo so won kasa nche odi pa
sure. And that's the one because 1% defeat in a battle or Ghana. You would a young comrade, Joe, a woman Ghana for. I a bad boy,
Joe Kruma, Joe, way as Yakuanimo, over faster issue, yeah. Say, I will just say, yet see, ye, again, no, yen Ghana, any yen IMF was in Simia, a basui. Yenim say the cat. A canon, maybe a canadu no, on a nim. But yet, financial minister call a request for another scout for the next 3 after elections, for another extra money. Obviously it is done. And once I buy how much I decano. Financial secretary. Financial minister and on my say any information minister say yen nika I'm also it have to be said say I am say Ghana and we have not hit the epic yet. That's what I should say. Epic you haven't hit it whole yet. Okay now no ye kuyanim no de bia me kasa ye o manya ye bobosia and the fund yen economy. Ye bedu ho anase nu ho. Is Ghana walking into economic crisis? Joe,
we are already there.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you very much. And I think Michia Obibia and the informal program Michia Obibia. I think the IMF issue is very we concerning one. I'm very much interested in it. And also concerning the number cases here. You see, I would not even want to go there because you see these two political parties, NDC and NPP, have no moral right to condemn NDC when it comes to violence. And as when it comes to issues of such nature, yet feel like in the Japan cafe, tax on judges who courts in Ukraine. Because someone of NPP bar power. He sat on his TV and radio to declare, say, nkɔfoɔ kora akɔbo sɛde KOBA sɛ wonam kuro na sɛ MPP taa so kora boa you cannot arrest them because of the MPP bar power. These are issues. Where is the right to say Ubekate and there will be a commodity too? Now, if Semetone ye boomy, Master Oma Uba power, yet means your one. Me Matu Nami protecting and I'm a man who call from protect your more. I mean, they have no moral right to talk about it. In as much as the echoes a wrong, it is destroying our country. But you see, that has become the norm. But when you give too much credence to stupidity, some neighbor, me have always said, say, Yasuso said some fossil can they point now radio so can some be and fata. 10 people 7 and send you okay. MPP 40 Chroma school like as young as nobody came out to condemn it. Now, yes, what Krama, only Krama idea go be bread or Tafro. These are some of the things. See, and then the infant tour. Concerning this IMF issue, you see, Ghana woman, now I don't know, say, this administration, so when you talk about it, people say that we NDC, we see, as if so we NDC, this press conference I could do upon command them kind about any again, a joke. KOBA, we need to educate ourselves and we need to educate our form. IMF, World Bank does not, and listen emphatically, IMF and World Bank does not declare anyone epic. IMF does not declare anyone epic unless you can tell me on your program.
Or unless you have to apply. You have to apply. You have to apply.
And now before you apply for it, there has to be a certain criteria.
That's correct. Which they've set in place.
Yeah, when your debt to GDP is exceeds about 70%.
70, I think 76%.
Good. And you know, it is not an issue of say and confront the camera. No, Marco, IMF Ghana representatives or say Ghana ya joining here Picana. What answer do you expect? Because Nippano in the first place on declare HIPIC. On your judge or be declare say you are guilty or not guilty. And this all check camera will be saying, have I been given the HIPIC status? What answer do you expect? You see, but some year can about HIPIC and some year can. So the problem MPP has today, and I'm saying it emphatically, has to be Baumia. Problem MPP crosses CIA Baumia. Now this is why I'm saying that 24th March, right, 2015, right, 24th March 2015. This is Baumia's statement. Baumia say on this 24th March, I say Ghana is broke and that Ghana has attained the HIPIC status because our GDP, our debt to GDP at that time was 67%.
67 then.
67 then 2015. Baumia Nekayo. Now, so 24th March 2015, what say your debt to GDP, 67%, and for that matter, you are HIPIC. And now we are 70, they are
72.3 or 72.6.
And then would you that 72? What's the other young Kobisa, young Nelson Mandela, Assam Adam Mr. Answer? You have set the bar, you have set the standard. The standard is that we will say, as at that time, 2015, Ghana had a GDP or a debt to GDP ratio of 67%, and for that matter, Ghana has attained the HIPIC status. And the buy the bomb and what the bomb who put the wobble 67, who the wapa for 70 something percent. And you know, it is the criteria now a woman. See, the criteria now is Ghana, you are taking all the boxes qualified as you apply for HIPIC status. Because you were 70 point something percent the debt to GDP. And the Emma for more cafe. You do HIPIC status.
But it is not for IMF to come and tell us to say, Sebi, Koba, Metiway, Sebi, me, papa, me, no, so one of the catches and my dear one, papi.
You should know.
And you know, the moment I'm not going to Funada can, I will be able to remember my papi. And you'll be, and then Sebi, Captain, and will move Funada can or Beckham and my papi. And Adakano, Yan Yakoto Adakana Dada. Because at the time will be 67%, you know. We say yes, Nimpano. Now they work on 70-something percent, and they always say if young company do know if how is that possible? And in America, so the problem has to be Baumia. In the NPP has to blame your friends about. You see, there are some funny comments going around. Look, from January 2017. As of January 2017, now Ghana had your friend is saying debt of 122 billion Ghana cedis. January 2017, as I'm not making you from Finance Minister Mohamed Hussein. And then I'm no say as at and 20 something October, there were 256 billion cedis debt. Now, okay, will be saying some Mahama Bobotian Tia. Now, there was Gana Ubana Wutia, not so Botian Ecoso. Sisia Koba, Minu to work with Jibotia or young fans and not way. For young fans at 10,000 pounds. Say within 2 years, Ubetia. When we say 2 years now, so we need to go back Kotia. Into work of Barclays. I can catch a Barclays free. Botia. Almost someone will be at 20,000 pounds. That's a Ukotia not to West dinner. Are you at 19? I so no Sabosiano say what the Barclays 20, what the NatWest 10, and the Wako to your NatWest 10. And then I say Bosia air cost to name Mbafo. Are you getting the point? Because meaning says we did 20,000 our Barclays. Now go to your 10 now. What they were your friend saying NatWest now. Let's say Bosia would this is here and 20 your friend saying. 1,000 now, who could do Barclays and Anamibwa. The Banison and NatWest, then the Samba count money at 30. That is a Busiana Wujano. I will cast and go to your NatWest, what would you? And the Barclays then what Jack count to Busiania then, and of all. That's yes, sorry, and the be a Kenke party. Yes, I'm to fund over 2,000 a year, Jumo, flag suburbs. A better young happy. Your Fabusian farm or be mammy, be papa, be off a Bianca, dear Wukra, your father back out on the President Chata plane. Oh, and then what to do? Yeah, really. And now the Betanaso. Private jets are Wahai, yet me the Bobra. A better name for Epic. Yet, 2 I want to see another high plane, a better not Madrid, split, and Shambo. They are TikTok girls. So these are things we need to be looking at. And see, when people are saying, oh, nobody hates this government, and nobody saying, Sebi, minor, we should always be condemning ourselves, and also we should always find fault with people. But it is the actions and inactions of the government. And then your man, and the man, Sebi, because the PNO is sensitive. The PNO a year to say, Omoji or minor.
About 10 o'clock, my boat table be a few Nigeria Senate.
On the HIPIC issue, on the sun, your friend, HIPIC way, not Kojo upon Kuma, any Baumia would say, you do HIPIC status. But this same finance minister, he's going around the whole world begging for 2 years your friend is saying exemption so that we can prepare ourselves and manage our finances. And to say who you happy status why you begging say you have 2 years financial exemption so that you can prepare yourself. If so who you happy status Koba,
I say, my main kind text message when I'm in call events, a crop yourself, remember.
Thank you.
And also, so Messan Basu being able to men call down. Walanyo, from a Kotia. Let us remind JM if he is a stranger down from Mars, what landed his government in IMF? Did his government NDC settle the debts at the energy sector and the NHIS before leaving office? How much did they come to meet and how much did they add to it before leaving office? Would NDC live in a glass home and feel free to throw stones? Earlier the better. Ghanaians reject them before December 7th. It is said that I'm here NDC Bimini. Krobia, good evening.
Good evening.
I say
Kuba. Nyamiadon. Now so eh.
Makwaba. Mahoe.
Joseph. We is now what is saying?
Boko Krobia. Now so eh.
Yeah, me. Yo, Nyamiadon. Kuba. And you may home. I mean say MPP no. Yina ye ho afori MPP da. Na enye MPP no ene ye kasa etia. But aban we na kasa no. Nkrofo bi mu omuwu mu no. Ene masisi MPP no kra na how are people na omo cherish MPP no. Omo bibia is coming down. Because there are some group of people, even they are in the MPP no kra no ko ba ye won nkrofo bi mu a they are not happy with what is going on. But I say ne kano and I didn't because koko kan kesi a at the end of the day party no na say yeah bringing it down. Na Dr. Baumia one say one no can say fundamentals no say you weak like over me boy no kan. Na say no the same fundamentals no say is that stronger or weaker?
The me dream ho kra ne ye fe ne sen dollar no.
Yes. Oh, Papa Baumia, ni sembia ya waka no Ghana for this is the high time they have to take a critical look.
And do you think it's only Baumia Nkwa? It's about politicians, what they tell us.
Politicians, no. But since they one say, since you know, you say, obofo ni ye.
Yeah, funny say politicians and someone catch on because they say no. Opo minim say chairman of some pofu.
Yeah.
And now ebe rule and this and answer because promises are.
This year, my sister or no
chairman of some pofu.
Can promise.
Or promises say. Omba recruiting 8,000 police. Or promises say.
As a flag bearer.
Unya flag bearer, but you go ahead going around promising people say, you be all the ports. Is it the mind of the president or the prospective president?
What we say in someone a ufusambo working. Let me say, is this same in the manifesto of NDC?
In
some Okekano. What is the point?
NDC for no also about 20 offense and loans.
Because this year, some now Okekano, the ABC say, is that in the manifesto of NDC?
I shock him.
They try to play with our mind. I think or mobile yes I you know my then
me trying and they me see tape be from another call Mokola. Okay say and then my motor now make sure say you're producing on my
oh me baby see you Koba. When was the last time I spare pass our Ghana? You see how liars these people are, our leaders. Yeah, to serve you. You bet can send it here. Yeah,
bro.
Because Koba, you Mr. said Ghana, when was the last time we produced? And I said, me produce papers. I said, and then when you said, you better talk because you can manufacture, you can do the manufacturing in our country.
And so this is a country, I said, but Yabra, a year, second-hand fridges, second-hand goods, everything, yeah, everything folks come a bandit. On a bandit.
Koba,
second-hand parts.
Me can say, Dr. Baumia, will make his statement to be said. Men's Good a 419 institution. So okay.
Okay, pa.
419 institution, no. Question I me person me bisa minua NSS. How on earth and a 419 institution sponsor the First Lady Foundation?
How do you make me? How do you make me? I intervene on smart. By the way, when say, Okra NGO, yeah. You look around and see good and a proper organizations. Then you supply, you provide your. I mean, you put to them requests for support and funding.
You Ghana and you can't be 419, and Africa you can't 419. And you are Zani, you're actually.
Sabe and send out by Yankai. I'm so couple to be in about no Yankai. It got to be said. Let's make it emphatically clear. Say, time one. Firstly, the Kubusa, saying, Men's Good funding, and I say, what compare funding? Na Baumianka say Men's Good 419. It was when the problem. That's no Yankai.
Okay, when Yankai actually, no, and I say, Impuno or Becca say 419. You say that 419 sponsor. First Lady Edda.
Well, that's true, but we cannot blame First Lady for that.
He was mingling himself with MPP before. And now this same 419 is in Ghana. What are they doing to him? Nam why? On I'm Ghana free on Koma. A dear something I can't channel. A dear Namrano Eka. Sikano Nam why Egiano. Uchia Amanfoka. Who is in power? Commander in Chief on one wine. It's in a more one and one Ghana for penny for to Muhuno. Say, what different do it be a man for? Because that's what the Omokaye.
Okay, come on, that's it. Johnson, and then make you poo. And that's to act to be brave. I know why so many knows. Now, calling phone so I to. Are we, I mean, the young epic. Something maybe I say, yeah. Are we close? Would we? Because the projection of what Ghana want to say to 2021, projection want to say Ghana will be in a epic.
Projection by who?
IMF. Say Ghana will be in a epic. Okay? I want you to check it yourself. Because the truth of it is, you hope we say another billions of dollars to come and fund the next 3 months budget.
Yes.
Okay. They say you were 22.6. Right?
Yeah.
First thing I say, yen jinindi, yen ko epic.
Yeah.
Upon come say yen jinindi, yen epic. It has been said in epic, that's true.
Yeah.
But maybe say you think 65%. That's say, but when I say you do epic yeah. Send it to your one in here.
But I would say dynamics can change. And he said IMF could stand that in terms of HIPEC at that time. And now former President Kufuor time could not be the same as in 2020. What am I saying? Because we're in a different
social system here. Women say yeah.
Yeah.
If the world has been in its previous state, they are fine.
Yeah.
But there's a situation now. The COVID has brought a lot of distractions and destructions.
Yeah.
Can dynamic change? As you are saying.
This is what I'm saying. So are we just looking at the data? Are we just looking at the data?
We're looking at our borrowing.
Oh, and I'm sure say, but it's still the data. So are we just looking at the surface of the data?
What do you mean by surface of the data?
Oh, KOBA. Then I make sure say we are not in the normal time, even now, in terms of economic activity of the whole world, not just Ghana. But the way I yenya obi e boha we on hepe we are say no. Ojambe wo no nyanwu ya. Ifenfunu. You see I'm also mutum run the economy better. Especially this is to the NDC. Most mutum run economy better. But under my watch, more time economy now and no crime of free meals on that was good, no? What they call IMF.
Say him what?
But who will know the number?
My physical discipline.
That's it. One to me finances, any teachers, any allow one year.
Oh, to me employ people in the public sector.
Until you know that you had that problem. If you could manage our economy at that time, what happened? Mibisano. Did the former that time Excellency Baumia you know? Our time the core, you know. No, to me managerial not the core. Until now, no. Said you two would into no fee say ento MPP and I ento na kufa na government.
Sabato. I'll come back to you, please.
When you're about Ajini,
Ajini, Kasa, Bacho, Okasan, make a note, please. Make a note. No,
I've been here for.
I will turn. So
what's the problem?
Wait your turn.
Take your turn. I India grown and I say, oh, jump in. Let me flow. Yes, I know this time. So I said that.
To what?
I'll go to a what say? Your friend said, Lord. Lord, to what say? Loss. Oh, it's but to what's natural to Koba. Maybe that's my problem. When you had your man, John Mahama, say not he was competent enough to manage your economy. No, the question is what happened. And fast forward 2020, if or no na can manage your economy now, the Indian Kagana, we see the bank rank. I'm telling you, because the drew baby financial sector ya America will be see my NK. A month we see Canada Hokwa. The bank was there, but there was no money in the banks. Why? Ninyanka economy no. What makes the economy strong? Is your financial sector. Nebwa.
Businesses.
Yes, exactly.
People that are working. How much people spend?
That's the problem.
But now people are not spending. There's no money.
There's no money because of pandemic. Globally,
no two ways. That's
on only time, no. What was the pandemic at that time? On country, how the economy come IMF.
But on no time, now how many oil fields have we got?
Oh dear, now says to he had a lot of money. John Mahama economy on yai. KOBA. On just say no. Who bought talk around or the crash man? I can't say. Some are bunny ye. Then would the KOBA me dear, Masma me can say. Ojambe wu onyanwu ya yemfreno ojamfunu IMF ene de ne hyehyɛ ato say udru say obekɔ HIPC said omokana as a country and a sovereign state you have to apply. Your finance minister Abba akɔ parliament aka say there's no such thing as going to HIPC.
According to me, they may mention he will never apply for us to be
I mean, if he has to, if the data is clear, not time they do say he has to apply. Why would he not apply? And I believe say some final payment needs to be made at the end of the year. And Sana, I think our whole economy will know what we need and what actually happened. Until the more year HIPC nedia. Said you see your more time, your friend is say, KOBA, Mbasa. And I said your more year, John Mahama, the data nam say, or no, they declare officially say Ghana HIPC. Your former president.
But I don't go.
Oh, me ka John Mahama sem KOBA ko dey so no so yen journalist to obe Canadian me dey John Mahama sem na meka because KOBA ko manage your economy da John Mahama na or your vice no your head
of say he's right but we're not there yet.
He has a point but this is what I'm saying say Ojambe wu onyanwu ya yen fenu demfunu iti Setakweso say they don't okay say yeah of course we are not in HIPC because this is the criteria you have to meet. IMF declare HIPC. And the first said, John Mahama said, oh, the last time you went to HIPC, near was 76, and at 72%. Until now, you do 76. How do we know, say, in terms of that 76, no, now it's not that anymore. And I said, least to be a one who said that, any Ghana that HIPC. At the end of the day, we have to go with what the official statement is. What is IMF saying now about Ghana's economy?
IMF has not say. They haven't said yeah. Ghana HIPC.
Yeah.
Say that.
and I may you say Koba the can ye can you na bisi no ne kra ne say John Mahama is the better economy manager. On the time worker and or the come IMF and as you see obon pa so per classmates akan because Ghana president abend on na bon the Sebi my year free say how to manage the economy sana me chiro now the economy who go no cry to say Koba ala wa keke kwa wetimi antua ena dia wo ja ho bona na kufa dede so do ko epic say what do you mean because you want na corona you to wanka unhu de onye no na kufa our economy I believe says in the strong hands of Ufuriata na kufa do is leading perfectly. Ghanaians should have patience and exercise the patience they've had, and there are better things ahead. Koba, I mean, we are in safe hands now. Why John Mahama and minim the finance minister next government no be no ABI your friend is at 240. Now how do you compare 240 to Dr. Bamia? Where some I was here, can I Madam Fubiko your PhD crowd no Koba. Enti tell me can the alternative face say mo de kwama John Emfa kwama John Mahama wa ma ye hu baby anko or the call IMF or per classmate and oka chese na kufa do the economy le ko
ye be ko mema lots akasafa the person can buy e be to aso ye be tesi Africos right say ye share say the SARS Nigeria youth nya na abano zo ntimi nya ho hwe na brutality se koso ne nko ne ba ye hwe ensem a esi wo Ghana the clash between MPP youth and NDC youth for the deal friends constituency ho ese omo ya peace match na ekoba asa fi etututu kro abam na amanfo dwendwane Laurent Gbagbo, no, yeah, former Ivory Coast Ivorian president, you know. I say, we should be. They should be very careful. Ivory Coast is a country. Basa yo and tainsi. Ebiesi open. And tainsi. Because of the French lead, so they say. But now look at that. President Okase. Yang here, well, let's never carry everybody. There's a problem. Almost said, Argentina in Africa. The BI to about, and there's a problem. But as I said, fear, anger, commotion, trouble, problems, uprising. Why?
But Africa also said there's a problem there. I don't know.
There has been, but not much because
constitutionally because. Watara is here. Why standing a time to the third time?
I don't know what has
a creative problem now. And I know it's different.
I'm just coming to it because people say because somebody.
That's where the problem is.
Now, only say why should we allow that to happen?
It shouldn't.
Loss. But what's him in
I only feel sorry for you because I'm just and throw no amount of chance through the program.
And now feel sorry for me.
So okay.
Because me honestly, wouldn't be baby out, you know. Many years ago, now me now who be Juma now me also been through Mugabe about radio focus. I used to work with him. Into me Juma now wo ye no. Until I make us, I feel sorry. Fortunately, no, some of us were not entertaining live because I kind of cry.
Say I was a but now who you man no yame? Who you man no na was a who can't tell yame na say well no what can I say more when the fast check no
kana make catch me na no tifie na.
No tifie na okay. No
the expectation would have been say ye ka say sabiu in sembo ho mekana and kaya you drag me in and at the top mama retract it and I said ube correct it and I said ube put some of the questions to push me to that corner where ube
I find out can answer me.
I mean we are kasa tisi some of us what 3 ampere be bring some of Kenya no me fund your person what sabe na wo ditakrabu be compare to there say John Mahama born ne Kufuado
and na come na wo be kere track na
betimi aka
enya no pe some of what can they make us make a door
can
at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, this is what you are getting wrong, sir. You have to be an economist to be able to manage an economy. But your constitution doesn't even prescribe that. And see, the constitution also prescribes, say, vice president and the chair, the National Security Council. I will say, well, yeah, security expert, and I say he or she needs to have a security background. Let's be realistic. Who say, or canceling my Ubisan and the AMA there? Ubisan say, how many oil fields did we have? The man you are claiming is not, or perhaps wasn't.
Oh, yes, now feel sorry for me.
I thought and on doors. I wish I could do what I'm showing him.
Now, the one you have to to work, just always studio and one of it. That was that. Mission and Musa and how on the body language. Oh, no,
Kasa. We are Sam.
The reality is, Nipana will claim, say, when you're competent, you share the amount of money a ban in investments are or year. In fact, we are talking about capital infrastructure. Yeah, for ye jam stabilization fund. We are talking about COVID.
Oh, I finished saying, that be information minister. Over kind of pain. There was no money. I didn't know
there wasn't no money to stabilization fund now COVID by Muko Parliament. $200 million now and not if you see winning chief politics now it shouldn't be any special interest. It says Sabi the NPP in
that is what I'm asking.
And only idea was semi new men. We are young men, your generation we will feel sorry for forever.
Yeah, I'm not going to put this in a monk kind of crana, you can't remember any day. More how
who issue apologies in Kwana who can't send me brave.
I mean,
the real
that's not okay.
Now that when you say, and one out can never be done.
Sir, I'm on the part to me, my tape for you because almost some number the higher and I also more and some papa China 18 who decided now. Me, my uncle must have didn't see because I was just baffled. What happened? They were my uncle.
That makes a silly story, man, because I don't know how now who moderate program and who interest the idea back up, right? You want Mother Ghana to do well. You want the two main political parties need to come to the table and spew out the idea, the laudable ones you think or Ghanaians are willing to listen to. But a manager, chief, do you know as we still speak? Sorry, my voice is a bit hoarse. Do you know as say we hear Casa here? You're a political prisoner in Ghana. Gregory Afoko, a political prisoner under a man who claims say well a Democrat or whatever. I don't even know. And I'm a person who maybe I'm dealing with because one, almost were a lawyer, but we need any law background.
Someone came, maybe I don't go find
prison ban.
I don't know how far your channel you go. You see, you're talking about the commotion problems are leadership, a lady, I'm
highlighting some of the challenges that we have as a country. Maybe I do say Ghana, me and hey, me sure say we can't show be say Ghana your problems to the effect to say your political prisoner with the JD. But we have one. I didn't necessarily say Banessa. I would expect me colleague from I will say there's only one political party in Ghana and we are Mr. Meaning so very supporter. The party Amumuni Anthem. I'm expecting say and then we speak against the ills in society. It's not just because I'm NDC in NDC American once more. I look at the bigger picture. How would I want my kids to live? And you say, be a politician, be a bomb,
Saturday we are Africa.
You said something. You said something about Africa, but I wanted to put certain things right. Say, economy as it stands now, we are in distress. You and I know. If we say John Mahama borrow 48 billion Ghana cedis in Ghana, I will hip it. Will be at the car 2,000 plus. That's and we are the same calculations now. We'll be at the cut over 10,000, right? If I told logic near saying, am I the one who's supposed to tell you? And as I said, I am a scatter. When you go beyond 60% of your GDP in debt, that's a 76 or 77 now. Do you need a magician to come and tell you, say, or officially or unofficially, no? All that we need to do is to put ourselves there and apply for the release. It's simple as that. Besides, when you talk about me being a manager of an economy chief, wouldn't it be? Unfortunately, I don't want to spend time on such characters because obviously, for the first time in our political history, our vice presidential role was, in fact, that particular office was turned into a theater. And in a theater, you need a comedian to make it complete.
Bruh, this is my problem with you guys. As somebody too anymore. Laurent Gbagbo, how many minutes? The way it's the problem our leaders are creating. Hold on. The problem our leaders are creating. Can I finish? Hold on, let me finish.
Let me proceed, Why?
And then about 2 minutes per. Just 2 minutes because I'm in here.
Next time, mistake me, view. You've said something about Ivory Coast issue, Chief. This is all countries will be able to say share. No one says why then. It's my emphasis with what is actually happening in Nigeria, right? But there is also something brewing in Guinea, right? Now, challenge your war at Omani say we must begin to look within ourselves and ask questions. Say, what is it that we want? Push your West Africa, we've been a citadel of peace. No problem. In fact, politically, we have been the most stable country so far as I could remember. Nothing has gone wrong. Yes, we've had our pockets of a bit of ethnic tensions and a bit of, small tribal wars. Friends in the northern part, Kokumbanin and Numba Frontway, the unfortunate incidents which happened in the Yendi, back in all those days, 2000s, coming in as if but collectively as a people, we are a peace-loving country. But and now say you take a system for granted, and we ought to be very, very careful. We have played into the hands of the white man's agenda. When you look at Cote d'Ivoire situation now, it is not just say Gbagbo and the make a decision on his own. It is about his paymasters. Sorry, not Gbagbo. How do I call this man? Alassane Ouattara. Chief. Now, I had then a second time. You should be see
and Nabeka say Ouattara and also really Gbagbo so quiet the force they too.
Chief,
I don't know the time I do so. Also, our NTM penny for what are they doing to us?
That is the question you and I will have to ask. So the time is coming when the youth and younger generation would have to say that we want to rewrite our history. We want to relive the lives that human beings are supposed to live. You see, there was a time in Africa. Just go back to history and look at from 1982 up to 1993. The wave of elections, democracy in the so-called Western minds, urban. Obi are not military dictates be winning elections until 2000. Would you just go back and look at it? We can say more about some other time. When Yoweri Museveni fought Idi Amin and took him out, one of the reasons was president, and yet personal property to any individual or group of people. How many years has he been in power? Do you know what is keeping him in power? It is the West because he's doing their bidding. Now the fear, no cry said me as a Ghanaian, I think about that beloved country. The fear near says and the rate at which unemployment. See, we've seen it in Tunisia. It took one young unemployed man to say that I have had enough. Why do I live in my country and I cannot even have employment? I have done everything right. And what happened? It brought the end to the dictatorships of Ben Ali, Mubarak, Muammar Gaddafi. So the AC of Cote d'Ivoire, one would have expected, say,
Okay, yente sa tape way. Yente sa tape way, yeah. It just 4 minutes of 12 seconds, but if you know the tragedy of Nigeria, right? If we're talking about Africa, umentie. Na yehwe ekwanya emofi e dey faso, and if some lessons could be learned.
The tragedy of Nigeria began in 1986 when we did the structural adjustment program. When we were persuaded to devalue our currency every week for 32 years. When I went to school, and many of you are here, the naira was $1.50. The naira was almost £1 sterling. They came here, persuaded some brilliant men from Harvard and the World Bank that weekly devaluation was wonderful. 32 years of devaluing your currency until we hit 527. And they were still telling us that the naira was still overvalued. That brought poverty, misery upon us. Then interest rates went to 30%. So nobody could build a factory, start a farm, produce anything, or create jobs. Because every time you bring in a shipload of rice, you also bring in a shipload of unemployment. Because you are transferring your wealth to sustain other economies. Somehow, Nigerians didn't notice it. So we became a nation of importers. Toothpicks. Each year it cost us $18 million. Importing toothpicks. Tomato paste, $400 million. So you talked about tomatoes now. One basket in town now is less than 2,000 naira. The farmers are losing money because the processors don't have enough funds to set up factories. They are going to do tomato paste. It's food-grade stainless steel. You can't just use anything because you'll be putting poison in people's stomachs.
This is GN Radio UK.
2 factories have started off. I believe by the middle of next year, we can comfortably tell importers of tomato paste to stop. But when you do, you make enemies. Even the rice we're trying to reduce, we have enemies, heavy enemies, people who can kill if they have a chance, because you're spoiling their business. And let nobody take it lightly. These guys have seized this country's economy, they've taken us hostage, and they have no intention of giving up. Because this is a huge market, a very sweet market, and they have taken control. And I'm saying it because I have been in this business for 41 years and I can tell you some history. Abdullah Adamu is here. Import, milk, sugar, toothpicks, toothpaste, handkerchiefs, pencils, we don't make. To cure Nigerians of that malady will take a while. It will take a strong government. That's the truth. And they're not happy that we're cutting down. When we cut down, they lose money there. So you see all sorts of publications. We're telling lies. We're not growing rice. We're trying to demoralize the local farmers and make sure that the economy fails. That's the story of imports. Now, I read a story recently in the newspapers. The French ambassador, the champagne ambassador in Nigeria, gave an article to The Guardian. He said Nigerians love life. We are the biggest consumers of champagne on planet Earth, more than the French who make it. There are parties you attend in some places where they only drink champagne. Of course, the individual is free to spend his money, but his money comes from Nigeria's commonwealth. So on imports, it will take a while for us to get used to local goods and accept that we should consume what we produce and produce what we want to consume. So I take your point. We have to take stern measures to cut down on imports because these young boys and girls who have no jobs today are not going to allow us to carry on enjoying life at their expense. They need jobs. They need jobs. They are children. They've graduated, they've come back home to begin a second childhood because there's no factory to employ them. And the ministries can't take any more. But somebody is making sure you fail when you want to produce at home.
Somebody is making sure you fail when you want to produce goods at home. And again, the youth need jobs. They need jobs. And when you cut imports, somebody's losing money. Okay? These are the things I picked in my coconut. Or see, for 32 years, Nigerian currency was devalued. And after that, they put the interest rate up 30%. Because you go there and borrow. Yeah. They haven't been able to manufacture anything. About also, now the Kujina Makolane, say, and then my motor Tony no. Ye can produce crema. About so question. Me call Joe so no Maconestos, Sabato so. About Joe, good evening.
Oh, now. Koba, now what do man wait to all my uncle?
Now, because I will say, our friends, I will say,
at least because look at
minutes, baby.
At least
for just 1 minute to pay loss. Mean your bonnet. Mean first time in share.
Let me make this correction.
Okay, quickly.
Loans, Evans, Agini.
Loans,
Evans,
and a my loss. Sorry, loans, Evans, Agini. That's it. Sorry.
Me conclude. This is a lesson to us.
So what's your tape no? And I who they make one seminar. Ivory Coast no. French for no, they have masters.
Me juxtapose what is happening in Ivory Coast as to why Ghanaians would have to vote for JM as far as jobs are concerned. As far as family and friends politics should be discarded. As far as your friend is saying, jobs should not be collapsed irrespective of how people think. The fact that people should not come around and preach, a friend is saying, political literature just to win political power. But they must think to be doing what they promise people. You see, the other thing I say, me a young man, I'm near to my yet. Nothing, Oba Dada, me 7 to Obama, Nama to Obama. No, Papa for Bush former Makushi, the trade, or my Papa share Jum, ye can also or me qualified. Say, me near to my yet. And I'll be catch them, say, Oba be factory amame. Na sebe nam se madwini man shedan fa madwini anto formunti because minimum say Oba be factory there are certain things that you will need. You will need roads, you will need energy, you will need water, you will need a human resource. When you know none of them comes on its own, a collective gesture. Na say nipa na all yes say human obi a wasi hospitals, excuse me, say obisi hospital, obisi teacher training colleges, obisi schools are what is that person trying to imply?
Okay, long say time no. Because most Sabato so NDC. We can't give you guys 20 minutes in a row. It's too much. Like I say enough. Mamen call Sabato man call.
Yeah, Koba, wait there. Mamen coming in my bro so bebre. But on the radio is ya we Koba. Say ye party cry ye wo. Na yɛka sɛ next to me nua a wɔte wo studio hɔ wɔnyɛ convincing koraa wohwɛ nsɛm a wɔkeka a mekora yɛ na ɛyɛ me nwanwa sɛ mentimi hu nansɛn wɔte kɔɔyɛ ntiam sɛ te sɛ bi a wɔkɔ refresh kakra na wɔba because ne nsɛm a wɔka deɛ to be honest ɛne ɛyi nkɔkorahwɛ IMF program yi a wɔde ato hɔ yi GN radio foɔ no mankasa masɛte Moscow line bi ato hɔ sɛ sɛ wunya saa grade we are na sɛ wunya saa figure we are grade we say na wo enti we enya question mark ɛna yama wo fato ho sɛ under the NDC no and ye wo 57 no saa tam kora ne ye say ye kɔ hepe na wo a waburu 72 there wo say ye ka sɛ wa kɔ hepe ka wo si dabi ana wo pɛ sɛ wo ya application no at the community starting processing on and Sunny I can say oh happen. Okay, Koba, my mentor was in see a day so yeah, young kaka, young kakra. MPP party on. I'm the Ghana for Diagro. I'm the Akuma Diagro. Who might the current Koba?
We're talking about Ivory Coast and Africa.
Oh,
Nigeria and issues.
Me, my young cabby. We wouldn't say me, Mancasa issue.
The issue, man.
The okay about IMF issue here by I mean I'm boroboro so e man ka bi enti na pesa me kakakra no eno ayi anasimu na anya opportunity aka bi ma men ka bi eno ye sikasem enti the air cost na me pesa me twetie for agility to the time MPP abai na bae no mbe fa ye call hepek so be kaya ene ye say ye de ka bebra che ye enkonta kura na wo so mu bu Ghana omu ma Ghana for no Omambu. Omusan maso no omo ye currency no so omusa che so ba fom.
Say MPP abane ba na any zabro can go already.
meba eno mu twa sika foforo man
o kan so meba dem kan na meboa
o mu twa sika foforo na so mo so ko mu ja ye kanye na etua ya
I don't know
aban bia ba wo jaka na emu man kana wo ja ye de na wo de aya to a echirimba betimi aka so ya bo besia de yesi eno na mama stand tall when it come to one na na Akufo-Addo fighting but the American say MPP ba o mbeka say yesi karo aye nwura dodo enti o mo teso a wo mo se san ye currency no man ye no KOBA and MPP abankro ya sa ba mu asa ba betwa 100 note etwa 200 note aka ho enti baby amode ye call first na he na mo se ye ko kase mudi ya moba amofa kwa bi so na mudi aboye kro no edi enti na mameka ta KOBA emra ye wo UK hey ye twa 5 note a eto so ma obetimi afa eto anguma obetimi afa eno ne asesa sika no asisi a aka 50 note no ne ye betesa no eno ne ye sisa ba ye ka se ye twa 100 ni 200 note obi a wo say ye sika no eye nwura dodo waba no sa be twa 100 amaye wonya justification agina so de atwitwa saade ni na amaye hwe de akoso wo man ni mu no KOBA enya ade a ewose ye sososo aban no afeli enti se John Dramani Mahama kase ye were intensive care unit wodika because ye nim se aban wunim se irobon so ayakwaji nna no ye de ba betuatua ayi wakese kai no ntina COVID ba ye ya ye call IMF point yakwaji sika de ba betuatua adwumayefo ka chese wodwene de aban ne de sika ye ho a unhu because wo aban na wo 126 ministers any ni deputies any wo mo workers wo mo fie o mo jejejejeje no makwa wo be se 999% staffers egu aso ye ayi ya boabia samoa no mte ho ena de bia wo mo tese ko radio so obi ni ma adwuma wo ye ena de taxpayers money etua wo mo ka this is the resource wa ubenya so wo de metere no enti there was a mechanic say enya ade a ban we say obetimi survive this election enu ti na wo hu ni say ye ka enoma ye pese ye create tension bi ni ade but upon na no who the way please hold amafo ni see respond to us etie yensam because and the one next to so obusa ne say omo manifesto current one on ka bibi nkyere wa eye convince ya onya bi nka nkyere because they have run out of ideas na ebie mu no ubati MPP for no mo ka any e kwa IMF see e ko seke for a credibility e wo hodom ne ade no eya no omuwura fi se kofo tam no ye ko hepe the late May Sabreso no ye ko hepe but mo ba ya no mo ye campaign against hepe no mo kra mo ba under the leadership of Nana Akufo-Addo no you extended the hepe program no 1 year ka ho 1 year and amode ka ho enti no wo say etomre bia na de mo ye no na na chiri na no mo ni policies bia but mo baka ne yaya amatiefo atie se o na nde kra de mitie ya boabia samoa no sa napkofo yi na loan ena mo kwaje na mo de betua wo mo sa 700 neka tese baumia ka say they can create something on their own e wo Ghana sika no wo ho yeti sika so no entimi anya adwuma sa enti KOBA aban na feli bibia ni wa akoso ama aban wo mo de kakra sa akopem and the finance minister na no de nsa to de yeyem mo fa ye kante ye o mo fa ye kante ye
okay
wo de your application no na fako no mo fa ye kante ye mo say you have the men de bia mo ba ban mo na ma be fa ye na mo de ye ko epic mo ba ye no ma be boka e chen de ye na di 8 years boy and you call yourself you have the man and such thing na NS moto honum no mu defend because it's your party na manfo bobisia keloforia ta de bank data bank ye kwagilo bia wo mbese 8% and then the bank are all ba mu na the bank no na owo sika ketua bi and the data bank worth more than 5 billion Ghana cedis within 4 years share because ye kwagilo na oja share den ewum entiro bronze ni ade ya ade kwa akwaje na ade ababa betuatu aka na yeto nti enye nwa say baby a Ghana ye woni koba eno man koyi the Ghana for anse sa mamuom anto aba ama John Dramani Mahama ama namba amfa yambe ko animu a na chese we dey reverse an equentino no wonder say nanado na man no na kunya
me call a year fan say John Kroma Obansa na no mama fa we metwem a mirror and I me call tea I did 21 hours as one became that's less than a day, right? I just said there's a leak document from Scientific Advisory Board for Emergencies. Bondin says SAGE. I just said Abeto just said coronavirus in the second wave almost I estimate a documentary to say a nipa over 85,000 people will be dead by Valentine's Day.
Wow.
Yes. So Valentine's Day next year, you are gonna near Momadia na bon by. Me munya red ni share no emwa because I'm a funo who said there was a economy. Me what I don't understand is say economy you can predict, right? You know. Said the year can say Ghana for bet me call IMF. Mo bet me predict it. By yare we na obi bet me protect that. How could they predict? Let me go a bit further than Munti the course. We'll see. I will read word to word. I mean summarizing here. My main can say the doomsday warning from the Scientific Advisory Board for Emergency Stage, which surfaced on Wednesday, laid out a potential worst case scenario, though it's no longer a working assumption. It's no longer a working assumption. It's definite now. All right. Okay. Also, it comes after a study by Imperial College London, based on random swab testing of 86,000 in England between October 16th and 25th October. Among surveyor, and you put 86,000 a year tested from the 16th of October to the 25th of October. And among as a serious but important. Estimated close to 1 million people in Britain have a virus in any one day. In any one day, this is serious. And I'm a person, if you feel be a better, a bit, and no coronavirus issue. I'm a say you don't have to joke with it. It has urged Downing Street to take drastic action to bring down the R rate, currently at almost 1.6 down to below 1 and avoid deaths. The study found there are likely around 96,000 new infections a day, close to levels in March. Close to levels seen in March. The SAGE document, meanwhile seen by the Spectator, predicts 356,000 COVID patients may need to be hospitalized in a large winter peak, with the wave continuing until the end of March next year. The warning published by July 30th recommended a tightening of restrictions to prevent people from mixing outside of their household as in the initial lockdown imposed from the 23rd of March. These draconian measures were to remain in place until March 21st, 2021. However, scientists said schools could still remain open. So why should schools remain open? Abraham Munim say, I didn't want to say bet to me. That is the reason why I'm much say, oh fear. Ultimately, no be a only fear go share. Bet me share outside, but unless it's only 6 people. That is why I said, I'm say, pops in 9 pounds at 10 o'clock. Yeah. Call restaurant, you must wear your nose mask. You cannot just walk in there with walk out. And then me call, see me super dog. They won't let me in. The door was locked. As I hold the door, push and pull, no. The door was locked. Why? Because I had no mask on. Then I went, maybe we could become, me call him, actually, got on £1. So what is it? I say, you're so ding.
Enforcement, yeah.
Oh, yes, and that as some on the final level, for the mountain, Kojo say. Or see, the article reads said the Blick document also claimed deaths would peak at around 800 a day in late February next year, and 25,000 could be in hospital, including 5,000 in intensive care. Charlie, can you imagine? How can they see all this? Why? Why different study greenlit by the government chief scientific advisor Sir Patrick Vallance estimated 120,000 excess fatalities during the winter. How am I just see? Go on, say me can about the yam show. Men to Asubio. Joe, good evening. Joe Kruma.
Yeah.
I said that one no. Metunka.
Yeah.
The near kind Mononco. Africa, any young penny for any and sim who fence Lauren Bagbo and I say, what Taras will do so, I also do on so I send him. I say, we are young here and some African. And they are probably any penny for a pama.
Yeah, I think say as no, it is more of an advice, you know.
That be said, no, they only can. No, no, why would they go and interview him? Abra, no, he didn't say more Belgium. He's about to go on trial.
Yeah, but no, yes, because he's been there. These things are costly, things he wanted to do. So what you say? The map basa about Ivory Coast. Or can be?
He was part of it.
Take him away from it.
No.
And as a former president, he was sitting in the same bowl with all these leaders and they away. He knows their minds. You see, young should be beaten said Nanado. Or can family and friends. Or by he's doing it 100 times more than what Muhammad did. You understand? And no in some Bagbo can. These are the things. Oh, we say not a work a car. No, we say now time another. Now we a day. But you see, say Obi and your papa. And Timmy and Moby Quine money be na.
Sir, that's what I always say.
But the radio we say who producer say men peko babio because joy and on yadia. Or you'll be back. Not so less than your woyena. Then what is the essence say ye two koba feel?
Oh yes, yeah.
So Nippon no defend it. Now Mahama is not a good manager of the economy. Anything the economy need better one say the Mao you need to do to Abamao. Who buy a toilet no see I can say na Mahama then what is the point here to Abba? In some na Papa no canon, I don't want to drift away. A tresse and not yet two way. Make Koba, I'm giving you after this program and now will be okay with ya. Upa Bomidi Joe Emmanuel and Chroma, Google my name. I have an NGO in Ghana. My solicitor for funds are Minya Vida. Nana do be the president. Nimbazi ya momo sika someone fanye NGO. Inti meme tu ono media menya Ghana ni. Enya dia be ma mesu menya bre ma so tuo na mesu ma konto kwa nyebi no no.
Ora ma to so abeje fun my friend. You told there.
You see, no, I'm talking about
yeah, me tell say.
A man empire agreed.
Of course.
And na ye ka say, Gabi Asaro da konye Ghana ni or your British citizen. And so you the taxpayers' money extra plane every day he's going in and out of Ghana. Every transaction Gabi Asaro da ko kan na Ghana ni onamo wo wie Lagos, wo wie Tech, wo wie UCC, onye djuma nye. Na Gabi Asaro da kon yere na se ne ante ne maame omu inegu aban wo mu jisika ma se be na ne yen so ne yen kontokwa. This is the advice the man is giving, and I wish to say yeah, na. And I'm not saying
question. We've seen governments, right?
Yeah.
Employ foreign experts.
Yeah.
Emma somehow advise any home croniba. Why is that different from Gabi Adako?
Good, but in what capacity? And I advisory role na Gabi O play Emma government of Ghana.
So has the government of the day employed him as a foreign advisor?
And no answer question will be something.
I'm asking.
He's not been employed by the government of Ghana.
He could be.
It's not employed. He is not employed. No official document says that Gabi is employed.
So what if he's not employed? What is he doing then? What if he's not employed? How can he be unemployed by working for somebody?
You see, the question I can see some papa.
My question is, Joe. So one from a Juma, when you one from a Juma, meet me Juma, man.
Yeah, you mean for without admitting, say government are employed. Are you telling me, say Ghana na you want to be anywhere? Seven. Juma Gabi, young plans on yen, Ghana Nidia no bit.
That question you can't answer.
And looking at me, say, oh, say, and bring me A plus, or can send me, or see the reason why MP before the conto, one say, and bro, really power, no, really power, no, Omuko board exams no Omuko board, no mark of NDC musician. And no say, in the MPP musicians, na yeni omwa brano. Ye mo bia na mo ba power NDC for no masan for ene nto kwa A plus na MPP for nyaye.
Beba Joe, me the console achi. And I cannot do things a bit crazy and as a bit agree will be. But no crowd will say, me see, say A plus kasa wobwa. He's got his aggrieved issues. Okay.
No, meba. What do you meba? Mami make me there. What you don't know is you know.
That's right.
I'm building a point on what he said. So no person was trying to say. You see, Mundam Benu Smith there, and I'm Benu.
I said, I cannot say.
And to say, ye na yet now, ye Ghana for ye nanado, not so bad. Not so bad, not say, after ye, they didn't another, not a gabbing one or Sefatadia. Menuminia, Mefeto, Mekunimpa.
A two one father cousin.
No, you see, sometimes I say, KOBA. Now I expect to say,
Macofaba, and then
also Bometi. Masuma, strategy, I'm a be a back on Melbourne.
Oh, sure, true.
It is mean to me, Mimi Niano Mako flags about. Namako just gave me them for Australia, Bessa fake Bessa Akoye, Addis Gabino. Yaman and then Mekunimpa. Yamisumeti Miayan. You can't tell me, say, because many incident coming now, number from 7 and 7 until we need to correct in your Emma young youth, no, ye anger and arising. And until I tell you, I may catch you say, and yet, one of neighbor, now enemy in the and then I have concern. And yet, the Aubay ever man out to and see on minor yet, Yato about ya yese, dear ye pay ya, Bama you to the bed rising, and the same. And now ye can say, a Jumeni minister because sorry ya, or say, baby, ye name one, co teacher in Fiena. Now, from in Fiena, now the Okodi Empino. Rasil Petros to bow his head in shame, and these are some of the things. Way also NDC or NDC by a man who post can some of catch the youth. Who for Northern Region? Sanka Sabi Nigeria, Sabi Yanya Hobebre, Sabi. And then I also the one that says any entity named to be an Anton. Sabi in some form, who would YMP? Would the S Gracia? Who needs Sabi when your moral Nansa Vipan Case? You to the Nedumania into your S Gracia near came near fun opportunities and my youth. What's also young what's that grass? Now the grass name one out of Pempino. Not grass to send one over Pempino. Oh, into when you say things like this, and ma sorry, Yakumanu. Now, Kumanu, you see the youth you take action anyhow. Before we say we think twice, not be case. And for me, I feel say,
you make a good use of our resources. You must say resources na media aboye no. Ebe have a positive impact on the youth. The youth will have alternative avenues in that. Na he bibi asisi ya MP for asan akofaba KOBA. Eya reho. Say COVID mu aye we aye na yenim se krobia ho ate no KOBA. Say who person will recover economy, what do? You put in a robust your friends and measures for you to recover economy. Now measure recover economy and see a bit young for rent a moment. Where I recover economy. Economy that I see, you know, what's the who could young for rent a moment? Nancy paying for no
the next question, my next question, I'm on that twice and say at this point, look at what the revelations are. Newspaper Nako review the leaked document I just read from AFN is a mirror. Walker say honorable for example for chairman for NDC. I say Omoba power. They will build borders as soon as possible. Why? They're gonna open the borders as soon as possible.
You see,
who will be about the same?
You see, at this moment, and then I'm not saying they make the NPP and this. Me, if I have a chance, if I have the word to say this, I would say that I hate them because our progress and our forward march, you know, come to a standstill because all sorts of populist approach, populist and no man unsolvable problem via no more musaromoka. It be na make you. Who could you be rent a man? No, sorry, on that I obeyed it. On that let's see the rent man. What kind of I mean, young Sabine the womb. What's what we a young boy? What's what I was saying? MPP about why the Obetia rent a my youth into the young one say man, what's your rent in the more we are? Come to our bed rent.
Okay. About 8:10:36. Quickly, my fast Kato inform quick enough for young fat. That can talk na call next na call about to ne loans eso Kofi Asante emuma no e wo ha manya me copy sabato so ya copy jo nyanya ne bi jo nso so beji jo ebi sit na jo nyanya ne de me de oba ha maji me yeah onya that's good ensem no mumu na ho me ka obaka obeba me di jakra want mba me nche Long so bakasa ya send yapon don't worry e be na no pray no sa no ka se we se ni so mon ko pe Kofi Asante book ni bi nto maka cha se mo me mo ano because Ghanaian writer there o just say the man is also an economist until one time e be fera ba ha na busa no Ghana economy ni mu sensem ne nema e constitute wo ade line bra yo o who distracting enko I was out for many but not the kundakon. Bye bye. Anyway, you go to Kofi Asante book ni to ewo Amazon na yentiaka na yenhwe na yenuano ensign and reprint another book on another book quickly cry because it shouldn't be a year crowd no such a new one. Ehia pa Adum Sito Delight say yenkan jam say enyaba oh friend my foul kono by jina so mi di jaba me so be foul Adum Sito Delight say yenkan jam say ni digital no e bi wo adwama so e wo Kumasi Market Yasantoa Bemonzi Afro Store ewo events A Street ne Henry Shop Sunyani Market ewo Tutin J Store Tutin Nananom su groceries ewo Fording Heath Emmanuel Grocery Omichem and Clapham Nyame Bechireb ewo Brixton Papa Alfie or Croydon Zen Store Brixton TFL ewo Camberwell Divine Store Tutin Global African Store Manchester yes I Judah Shop Judah Sobi Birmingham Sister Coastal and Reading Sister Doris Okoha Adum Shito Light or Omodiana friend open brain so of so second it says second wave we in the till March PBC or bucket ma 07 sorry 0798527981 07985279891 afei ieatghana.com sin fanto anim say wo gan wo maimu sabre ya covered ejiji ni pe covered abama Amazon ni sanko for men skapa na iet so je we Ghana ni member that class about pay ni ato e wo shop transfer no for the ni bro and no say obe downloading the app no e wo Play Store na Google app na wa launching no na wa hwe enema owo ewo omo website bebre Gary Sheto yes nkwe adwene nkate boga bibia ho empo ubenya adom Sheto de la warehouse wo na o puti wo your order won mu a obisa for or be bro at your convenience time I better question Satan na Sabeka enti yen yen frɛ na say yen download the app no wo Play Store na say Google Play na fe yen launch yen ieatghana.com enye djuma omuni ane no omo website no so betima call www.ieatghana.com in one word and email say sales@ieatghana.com. Telephone number I'll bet me a friend say your WhatsApp way 0748 0787 812 111 07878 123 111 and BWF says want to my name said I got 2 months na odum say EU for your fimu enti wo bibia no yen 10 so kokko ya ware so kokko for nua ma so for baba say wo ye EU na so wo ye settlements wo bibia be you student na unhu bia o settlements state na say o pre settlements akosi boni afra BWF says na omo ne wo endi ngita ho omo number aye 02084937340 02084937340. Become a success entrepreneur base. Become a success entrepreneur. A successful entrepreneur. Or just say, Sabrino, se opese ubi adwuma, se wabi adwuma na ohia akwankyerɛ, se ohia wo brɛ, se obeto to niam wo adwuma ye mu na se wo business mu no. Wo frɛ base fo a, ambe hapo. No come be brave so say if any say say obe dan obeboa obe direct obe che wakwan so fa so nyina say obe da onye mo na obe say obe ton ho ankasa ni na obeboa o hia potential investors in business capital onye mo so a they will also help you contact them ewo 07399867417 and as info@becomeasuccess.co.uk website here becomeasuccess.co.uk. As for example, see also go to extra time politics meaning the KOBA many Ernesto and studio ha Sabato and Lons and Joe Nkrumah ewo Hamanso Joe na tinzano me call Lons so Sabato so a brand new aka less than 15 minutes and that will make it 3 minutes each. If Lons do 3 minutes, Sabato do 3 minutes, now do 3 minutes. Masa roli bio, mimi nkasa.
Mukosa nyame nyanke bi, o kan abi ko steve nyame nkedi.
O kan bi ko steve bon, sa. And then do kasa okay, that we are right. Mama can also count there. And the old there, me ma 5 minutes kasa bio. And kasa 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
KOBA,
Ivory Coast, and I mean, Ivory Coast, they mainly. I think it's just a constitutional crisis because or pursue extending the term to the third term, which it creates a problem, and that's idea on who's speaking against. And the penny for no, obviously, we can only advise them say, or they should think about the youth as we want to. And at the end of the day, no, the youth now, KOBA. And yet the violence now, sometimes we see and now we demonstrate. Said yeah, we Joe can say before we think, they are reacting at that. I mean, sometimes that's not the best way to solve it. And we shouldn't encourage that. Said you no case or no dear about better you not just say but
Joe dear to them about to
me sure na say no them one na make a chance na man dey be o case enye de be mani pa no atotuo no nye de be man ato ba you say ufiri bia no su beto a wasi what na wo sane so ba ni na wasi And see, look, also encourage that violence in there. It should not be encouraged because from where Ghana has come from PNDC to now, no military and now, no.
Yeah, bro.
We don't want to go into that situation. Because then there, we keep praying. We keep them in our prayers. Say, because
but we keep them in our prayer. Why does our leaders always want to behave like that?
Charlie, and I make us say, it's just drunk, power drunk, and that's the problem. Africa, we seem to have had. But thank God, in Ghana, we wouldn't get to that state. Until we'll keep working hard, and someone like Joe Oba reduce now, Oba on preachy peace, violence, say and boy.
Sometimes I know frustration.
But saying who he has to say NCA preaches,
and then I can see
accepted democracy,
and I can see practice be. Or can be said, we'll go every length to make sure this election is free and fair without fear or favor.
Of course.
Or can be to have to say, a tour is not an option. Violence is not an option.
Yeah.
But they will do everything possible to make sure, say, this election is fair.
Well, because he practiced cancer.
Yes.
In the last week. Also, the lie anymore. Be penny go to crew now. Banner here or the be defending him.
And yeah, by simple and it's just a joke.
It's a joke on the national television.
It's wrong though, but it's
national radio.
And then you know,
and then you say about
yes.
Yeah. What the other this I'm penny for Moody and Jomo Kasa. Almost 30 and now you move be crying more yet. Until we look up to them. And someone like me, Joe, the honor card was 30 and me, I'm mentioning about London has some to on so or lease or with the also, yeah, me, I'm mentioning lease. My man in background, me, I'm mentioning KOBA into Nigeria, the video, yeah, boy. The whole idea, no, KOBA has been importation. And the powers that may be in terms of the Westerners that want to.
That's the focus.
The unseen hands now.
That is the focus, and yet there's the on production. No,
that has been our problem.
But we've been subjected.
Yeah.
To be comfortable. Be a crumble, you know.
And that's
Nana Nana. Good evening.
There's this.
Nana. Good evening. It's a good show. It has it.
Professor Yameka PLO Lumumba. Otaka Sembia manager say Africa. We are the dinner table, but we are going to be eating. What you say? Yeah, call as part of the dinner. But any that table, no so amount food. Try it.
Even say, Mammy Badua say,
yeah,
you have covered that 7 minutes here and says, no.
Oh, but set distance, 2
meters, isn't it? More than 2 meters. Mammy. 2 meters. 2 meters. We observing it.
Studio,
we observing. We have sanitized ourselves already anyway.
Now, Africa, no dear. We need to. The youth now, well, yeah, but no, we need to. But the whole idea is import, and then the upper hand. Social government be our bar. It do baby KOBA. Na board dear keke. Na ye Ghana ye crab board dear for my because. Meboa.
Yeah.
Now we have
now I cry if we Burkina tomatoes. Can you imagine?
Now we have policies now Yemponi exporting these products to our neighbors. And these are the vision and I for the wa yoko can no be say and I say and just be behind the idea politics so but money video ya KOBA botchere. The whole idea is industrialization of Nigeria. And let's stop limiting ourselves to importation. And I know Kufa can war. I was so can I say Mokola. We will produce what they are selling here. I mean, is that something beyond us?
It's not. But has any of our leaders, proud Nanado, even the Nanado, made an effort to the point say you import toothpick? I can say this here. If anything. We Dr. Ren, but maybe about how but say,
yeah,
time one na Sankara,
yeah,
the revolutionary,
yeah,
measures to a common said we will produce and eat what we have.
Yes,
he was murdered.
Yeah, I mean he was one of the great guys. I've loved reading about him.
He turned
and he was only
around.
Yes, so to say, it's a
but the change he brought,
and
it was so amazing.
But the French were not happy. These are the problems we are fighting.
It's not the importation, but the unseen hands now kind of. Is the
it comes down to the
somebody bringing us
it comes down
rice.
to the importation because Burkina be okay na upper voter at that time or changing the by Burkina Faso.
That's right.
Now the whole idea was say they were feeding themselves and
they will import nothing.
No whole ministers no among driving Mercedes it was Renault say Caribbean now among we used to Atadi almost no was designed was sealed in Burkina.
Oh no, and you're born in Paris. And how long? For how long?
And the young transfer how many years? And then I say no mutu no wajani akwesha. Only maybe wajani akwesha. So Togo is Ivory Coast nothing so she. Ivory Coast.
And that is the man come sadly a phone to me yes sir.
KOBA. Mental slavery. We are not ready to emancipate ourselves. I said about Mali ball redemption. Oh sorry, I would see nowadays but Charlie is a big because
you're upon or final word and I come round. Loans of final word is saying.
The chair a friend is a co-panelist now. I'm sure somebody start. My heart still bleeds for Mother Africa. At this point in time, the expectation would have been that we've had few Magufulis, the Paul Kagamis, and they are sort trying to change the narrative as to how we relate to our own people and the sort of policies that we want. Oshe, within the context of what is happening in Nigeria and in Liberia now, my heart bleeds for Ghana. We are not far from getting there. Especially when
the thing is, people from those countries, are seeking refuge in Ghana.
What is he talking about?
And I'm talking about exactly what you heard, Chief. I'm talking about exactly
be objective because you're not.
Manenkasa, udu osongasa.
No, but you've just spoken. I listened to all that you said, and you've just retorted to find out exactly what I'm talking about.
The
reason why I'm saying that here is when you have a country from where you and I come from, and the center is not holding just because one particular person or a group of people feel so special, and whatever that they intend to take Ghana on is what is supposed to be the case. There is no dissent. The law courts do not work for anybody except their interest. What are you trying to imply, Chief? When Hugo Chavez decided to take on the Americans or the West, what happened to him?
Well,
he was poisoned.
He was poisoned.
So cancer. Well, you and I know say he was poisoned. The Kenya say we shouldn't get there. This whole business about political patronage from the West, MYN. Who doesn't know the history behind Ofodwanyi situation as to how at the point that one person disqualified. And if you read a bit, you know as to when Laurent Gbagbo started and how he was taken out by the French.
Lost Petanabra studio. Yeah, that's it.
No, but you see, I start. We really need to look at it. See, Chief, me sure say KOBA maybe out is here. Who are Ghana by this time? Why we along bit has been a do? We are okay.
Mempe.
Okay, who didn't buy up you? Maybe go media up you.
Mr. No come mempe.
One power. Okay. Well,
how me first somebody who lose 1 pound anyway.
No, but you see, we what we are talking about. We need to build a Ghana that you and I, even when we are not available or alive or we are gone, our kids, the next generation.
What is what your first time time? That's it. For over 4 minutes. Sabato, that's it. That's it. Sabato Manuko. Sabato. Okay, Joe.
KOBA.
Joe, but your final comment. 2 minutes.
You see, when people like Ernest Unia, they also be or violence. Who wants violence in Ghana? You see, Ghana for you too hypocrite without any apology. Funny, you're too hypocritical. You're of Nanado's rise to presidency. Is it not about violence?
Nana do Lucy lesson for Lucy lesson. One point to call a cycle. And your balance on
the quarry.
The cycle, your concession for canon as those people normal retaliate.
No, the other day. Another day.
No.
Nando did not instruct anybody.
Anyway, let me land. Kumi Preku. VAT about Kumi Preku. And then demonstration. Wasn't not a violent demonstration they did. But you see, that is not the issue. Ghana is so hypocritical because yesterday I offer a stone to cross Israel about the a dime of Ghana because Ghana the mobile
you want by
Obika also a violent or to say. What you wanna sebi. Meme Papa, if you don't know, I'll tell you, Meme Papa, you do my 32 good years. You went home with nothing. Obi be the MP, I know I'm on 2.3 billion. You are sitting there telling me, say, there. Let it happen. Mundi defend it because today you think it is your political party that is in power, so you defend everything. When NDC was in power, a lot of people said a lot of things. I didn't think Nana Boka saying, at the end of the now all die be die. I didn't know cancer because at that time he felt to say the resources of the state was not going into good use. And you know, at the end of cancer, say you defended it. Say Nana all die be die. No, it wasn't. You defended it because at that time you were in opposition. You wanted power. But when you are in power and someone is also preaching the same gospel truth to you, and then Nipani are violent, they say.
But I say,
Christopher, YouTube channel, YouTube channel.
Joe, let me shout.
KOBA. Na Joe and Tokwe or they start to show you see
and you don't
have now Fuki Kiao, some came and do I send them make us see no crap. When I say obey two on a bar or two reasons on a grandma. And Tony would say, I won't pay what do you call a Yalum or you don't pay Guinness being fine.
Guinness there.
I know the same with your dress. Say, I
Guinness there more on pap you know.
Lots of those over bar.
Already a million you know what you say. You're so Peter your mama.
Oh yeah.
I say in a womb.
No, you can't say that. You can't say that.
Or I saw God.
Mark, I can't say in the womb.
And I make the semi big stream. You say how's that a be cuckoo. And you cocoa. You say how's that name? Oh, Miss Senior be Michiano, sheriff or a Obama or Tottenham Garage.
Oh, tell us so.
Come back, he said, yeah,
oh, Lance, Madu Mike. Lance, Madu Mike. Madu Mike.
KOBA. I think it's been a good show. Sharing of ideas. I mean, Dr. Ren message the longer you be by now.
I see IMF equation. If a country's debt to GDP is more than 60%, the debt level becomes unsustainable. Therefore, the country is in epic. Ghana's debt to GDP 68% now and will hit 76 by December 2020 as predicted by the IMF. Therefore, Ghana is a epic.
By Dr. Rennis, he's the host of GN Radio Facts and Truth and Fact. He should leave that to the finance minister to confirm. Namia Aduma said you see end of December. Dr. Ren Michao.
Say Gabon to say. KOBA, I tell you the truth, we are not in HIPIC. When it comes to economics and finance, the NDC cannot lecture the MPP.
That's it.
The NDC cannot lecture the MPP because of their track record. We bequeath to the NDC 14% growth rate in 2008, but the NDC grew the economy at 3.4% growth. growth rate by the end of 2016. Sir Gabo.
Koba, Sir Gabo, so say that could also an economist teacher. And two teams say, may what's a corner and I copy lectures because Jack.
Somebody will be a common. Sister Ahmad Romances or Rayan live. That's a right. Yeah, I was avoiding them. I say, aha, Eddie, you might need a BC. Now, the Kenyan say, or money can't call no money here, yonti. And the DBI, sorry, I bet na. And the master said, Momma, Queniano. Yes, sir, I bet I any ye. Now, you say a year, you know, a year better, and I say more than. Yes, say you know. I did be a can say. You do mano. You man back on the ask me beer, your person drew. I am what. And yet, party sem, and a yenny passem. O me can no cray, no man to me calling him. Midi at the KOBA, and then me da a year and nesto. I see me da Joe, I see, as under lungs, and ne sabato so I see. Mammy. Bedu, thank you, Sir Gabo. I was afraid I don't know more friend Muti and I am yes, I mean Shamo. And it's here. And I don't want. They got a mano and puntunti. You're queer him.
But the pong bedding. Yeah, my dream, watch it. Oh, my Ghana.
Dear girls to Ali Koto, Ami Bubo beating Tinto,
You are listening to GN Radio UK.
Kwaku Obodia to Nabuja Fatness. Extra time politics not so good for UTA. This is Extra Time Politics with KOBA.
I buy no bon hobine. Or dream of one I saw the CKC dime. University, I work on a woody degree need to time. I come on Yakopra and I said, Techi mine. It will be funny hypocrisy there. Yampa was someone not so kind of pray. Yama made no food so you, now you play. A jack Sukura, Yansa didn't know why you play. You're paying for a Yaman kind of play. Into who send your Ghana for a play. Oh, you couldn't come on half a store yesterday. Many trust we see to say a jet. Omukuye so we be one was slow. Into young to a banamumbo and football. No kuyak a ye, mamumri a crew. So one boy after a man say they do. Yo, Kobene yet to me, Nabi Jimmy. Frustration, other than in Pakumi. I dream one hita, as I'm guessing the Sipa. The Biampa of Waffle, no one in the Sikadina. Yet she shall Mutima, little Bochotina. Focus on Namuyan, Coposo Munina. Your bar, Poli, did your baby. Walker, yes, hey, to the Pontawadin. Or mine and to Manka, Yamana saying. Lost in Yejuman, he will be used not Jane. As until for the trauma Kufuado. Not for force of Mahama, or Yanameraho, or Twama de Fomuni, and your Babuano. Miliano Nancy and Yanso, Mr. Honorable. Or my Nisika could be Fako. The young for second age upon the Kuba, and Pepati, send the Ayan Fanyaman from the castle. Lona Yadi, and Diana Manaso. Again, then Bonemqua. Yet he didn't free, baby enough here. Don't go once you walk I see here. Economy not say 6 feet at the Katia. A homachia. Do something will be one room. I say, Mumufia generator, Jimmy. Yate, Modern Matu to find a foot in grass. You wouldn't papa Siaka. They didn't need it. About one about the Modern Mumra Meshaya. Ghana for now, and blame me yet. Rally so the cop. Or be the Juma from 8 to 6. But some men and I get your chicken change. Politician, what's the parliament? When I say. Or no to meet or die in Santo range. Abroad, Minister and paying for the 2 kind. Intimu Brabo, Chiamu who say a fine. Mushapoto Kantimu Yamunai. Munam Lord of Pinosua, Intiamu time, Samoa, Pesamin Kuminante or minus on your last. You shot the water, shot the electricity, shot the gas. Ranabebu man, a young time after the cash. Oh, one has a semi car, media phone is relax. Corruption, ya can't, so yet. Our light and so, what I should be check. What to be done? As a mission, cannot be pet, not a push at the cost, because they be a catastrophe check. Yama in the hole, and never fuck us yet. In some fee and no buy into me last year. The consumption of equity is leading to a end, and then you will hear the Mefans and the Fan Chen or Mount for Mama Yan Cambom. Or my top formation of the room. In Topabi Bar, or Mudium bedroom. Yana Bebre, because you're the Sum, you need baby cop. Can I figure you who are Kufuan so na ye ni na ye pe. Yase Muhammad so woni ye pe. Ayo ni ni de tue no wani ye ne. Me de me kan de se mo ma me ni na ho. Muntie ni pe ma san hwe me de odi ya ko. Ko nyanko pampa ka da chi bi e be ye mo bo. Asama mi ki enti akumbe me di wo so. Ha, we de pump it. Yes, Remupi.
Go for say, Yala so they snap in the bay. Tigers in our future, walk away, no, Laboche, one as soon as club, do a bay. Tigame,